If it ricochets off the frog and you blow me the fuck out, I will. I'm gonna wait for you outside the studio and I'm gonna hit you with my car.
Thank you, Mr. Robot.
Thank you, Mr. Robot.
Domo arigato, Mr. Robot. It was coming.
Like you hear, bang, bang, bang. If your king is oil, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
Always. Every time we do that, we end up naked and afraid.
During this game.
I think it's rough, yeah. We gotta wait for her. What's her name?
We gotta wait for Caitlin to be on stream.
It's gonna run up. So this is actually perfect. You're gonna get to make your first ever role in a role-playing game. He looks terrified. All right.
Suddenly you're careening through the streets of London. You have nowhere to go, and then 12 pedestrians are dead. You run into the Queen. She's dead. It's high treason, and everyone is upset.
I need to work that office just so I can drop this off, and I really don't want to keep my friends.
Make a first one.
I hate it. 32. Whack from the other room.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love how that's the zenith for British. Everyone's upset.
See you soon. Hey guys, let's talk about Skull Splitter. That's right, one of our wonderful sponsors and my favorite name to say. You can find the link down below. Just look for that helmet and the awesome double axe feature. They are a fantastic dice company. They do exclusives of their own design for dice palettes. We gave away some of their Huntress sets. We're going to be getting more giveaways from them in the future. Also, they do these really awesome dice tins that are class exclusive for the Rogue, the Warlock, the Wizard, and I believe the Gunslinger as well. They do pounds of dice. They do grab bags of dice. Their stuff is absolutely awesome. They do plastic, they do stone, they do metal, they do it all. So click on the link down below, head on over there, check them out. Anything you order there through our link helps out the channel. And otherwise, just tell them we sent you. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Hello, everyone. I'm Cody Stone with Random Encounter Productions. Your show is going to start in just a few minutes, but while I've got you alone, let me talk to you about how you can help us keep the dice rolling. You can join us over at patreon.com/Random Encounter Productions. We have Patreon levels from the $1 to the $20 level. You get access to a lot of really cool things, Heroes of the Multiverse with digital artwork. We're going to be doing overland maps and dungeon maps throughout all of 2019. You also get early access to some of our GM tip videos and raw file footages. You can, at the $10 level, get a Twitch subscription. At the $5 level, you get access to our Discord where we all hang out. The characters write stories. All the wonderful players are great writers and artists, and it's just a wonderful community. We want you to be a part of that. So if you can help support us over there, it would mean the world to us. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. It's really awesome. You just have to renew it every month. So if you choose to do that with us, that would be amazing. So thank you very much for that. Just remember to renew it every month. If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you can't patronize right now, there's a few ways you can still help the channel. That would mean the world to us. First of all, we're getting our YouTube channel up and running, youtube.com/Random Encounter Productions. We're going to be doing exclusive shows over there, as well as our GM tips, really pushing to put out content on a daily basis. So please subscribe over there, hit the bell, hit the notification thing, share those videos, help us get the word out as much as possible, because we love doing these shows for you guys. We want to do them for everybody. So that would be wonderful. If you want to help us out in other free ways, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, and we're on Facebook. All the links to those things are down below. So join us over there, subscribe, share, follow, all of that classic stuff. And we really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We love doing this, and we love doing it for you, with you, and all of those things. So we will see you soon. Hey guys, check out our friends over at Caspollux, CASPOLLUX.com. Enter the promo code Random Encounters. You get 15% off your entire order over there. They are awesome. They do dice, they do jewelry, they do a lot of really fun, nerdy things. They ship very quickly. It is high quality goods, and it is extremely well priced. And with an additional 15% off, you guys can go absolutely nuts. So please check them out. They're friends of the channel. They help us out, and the more you guys get from there, the more things that we can actually give away to you guys. So head on over there. Once more, that's Caspollux, CASPOLLUX.com, promo code Random Encounters. All right, see you soon.
Hello and welcome to Random Encounter Productions. My name is Nick Perez, your guest game master this evening, and we're playing some.
Just about like this.
I'm gonna let you all start then.
No,
We're
go ahead.
playing some Star Trek Adventures tonight. We've got.
Hi, I'm Allison, and I'm playing Captain Kelson Grayley.
I am Sean, and I'm playing Dr. Corden Galan.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Lieutenant Vaslago.
I'm Christine, and I'm playing Lieutenant Mikael Thrash.
I'm Sam, and I'm playing Lieutenant Zero Carr.
And these are the ongoing adventures of the USS Echo. This is episode 4, A Place in This World. So, hopefully we'll find out what that means. Do we have anything we need to talk about, get out of the way? I don't think so.
Just threadless.
Huh?
Threadless.
You want to?
Yeah, I mean, we have our class designs up on Threadless that you can utilize to make pins or magnets, or not pins, pins are on our store, but like magnets or stickers or skateboards or koozies or shower curtains or
Phone cases.
phone cases. And we have one for almost every class, or we have one for every class? We have one for almost every class.
Most classes.
Most classes.
Yeah.
They're really awesome, if I do say so myself. We designed them in-house. And so head over to Threadless and you can see all the good stuff we have for you. Head over sooner rather than later, because the ones that don't prove to be popular, this might be their one-time only production. So they could be limited. So yeah.
All right, get on that. Anything else? Should we just dig right into it?
Thanks.
All right, cool. Awesome. So this is the ongoing adventures of the USS Echo. This is a Federation starship in the year 2389. So that's 10 years after the events of Star Trek Nemesis, the last Next Generation movie, about 12 years after the Dominion War, and 2 years after the events of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, where Romulus is destroyed. And we've got a crew here that is still relatively new. They're about 3 months now out of refurbishment and coming together for the first time as a new crew. And they're all...
There's an echo in here.
There was an echo.
USS Echo.
This is Echo. Yeah. And
So meta.
they've had a lot of great adventures so far. What did we last time? Oh, that's right. We're going to kind of pick up a little bit from last time. They encountered a ship adrift that turned out to be a ship from a culture that was trying to preserve all of their most exotic plant life. The ship was drawn off course. The computer systems went haywire, and these four, Voslagam unfortunately couldn't make it, but had a fun adventure trying to survive all the various plant life there and salvage the ship. So I'm going to say we're just going to kind of briefly wrap up what happened there. So after they salvaged the ship, you all conferred with Starfleet. And Admiral Janeway actually suggested, even though this was not would not have been a traditional approach to first contact, since we had a piece of their property, it would be proper for you to actually just return it and do a straight up introduction, given that you found that it was a peaceful culture. So Dr. Tobin, Samantha's secondary character, had a blast going onto the ship and cleaning up everyone's mess. Since you shot a lot of phaser fire everywhere, you wrecked a couple of their plants, but now that you have the computer working, the robot attendants could help you all be on that ship without getting eaten by the ship. So you can rehabilitate it as you tow it back, and you meet this new species, and we can go more into them later. It's really not about them specifically, but they are a very enlightened culture. They're very excited that you brought back their ship. They're very welcoming and just eager to learn about the Federation. At the end, when you leave, they have a ceremony where kind of everyone comes out just to see you all off. And the premier of their civilization says, "And now, as we are friends from the United Federation of Planets depart, we bid them well, and we would like to give them a parting gift to show our gratitude." And she picks up a wooden box and opens it up, and inside is a tribble.
Great.
So, Captain.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
You're so welcome.
Does it have a name?
Oh, we thought we'd bestow that honor onto you.
Well,
Gidget.
the person I know who's the best at naming things happens to be the man standing directly to my left here. Doctor, what would you name our little friend here? Why don't you just hold him for a minute? See?
Stop molesting him.
He's a
You never know where their
doctor.
faces are. You have no idea what's up, what's down with these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
They're
they're
medical
round. And then the bottom flat side's their bottom.
You assume.
Yeah, we don't really know.
We don't fucking know how they live their lives. They're like part of
Feet, they
those.
just
I don't live long enough to really find
They're
out.
They just fall out of vents.
Yeah.
And the
Gravity.
The grain deposit.
Gravity.
Is it perhaps a meta
Gravity
triple?
and wind.
Just a shit ton of toupees.
But they really are.
It's an interesting honor. I mean, if I were to take a gander as to it looks like a Kelson to me.
Now, you know what? You already named one of the plants that, so.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, this one's Feria.
Thanks.
You were so welcome.
We shall
It's-
treasure it for the rest of its life.
However long that may be.
Not like that.
I didn't finish that sentence.
Over here, just like,
don't
like
Okay,
that.
here.
Slowly becoming a villain.
Let's get it my way. I'll take care of her.
Maybe we'll set him loose in the hydroponic space.
Whoa.
So we'll move on. It is so when you scan it, it is one of the ones from the ship, which means it is one that it cannot procreate.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have someone who's volunteered to take care of this, if you would like.
I'm here to trouble mother.
Or what do you want to do with it?
If you want it.
Yes.
I was
Again, it is not direct. It is not related to tribbles. It just
professional
looks like one.
opinion. Do you think that perhaps
It's my emotional support
Lieutenant
triple now.
Carr needs an emotional support animal.
Yes, definitely.
Right. All right. Now here's the thing: if you're going to keep this animal, I'm going to need your phaser to be on stun at all times. Do not accidentally kill this. All right.
What,
They're on
what
some-
color,
have an
what color is it?
Well, it's just standard meadow tribble. It's just a very nice beige.
Okay.
Not a lot of spotting.
Okay. All right.
It's not like a brindle tribble.
No. Just
So
very
you-
standard.
You leave New Vihar, you leave New Vihari with new friends and new Tribble. Moving along,
You're
going
making me so
forward,
happy.
probably have a few ho-hum days, and then you probably all, do they all get a communique from the doctor, or what happens?
Oh, yes. So there's going to be a memo that goes out.
Okay.
So everyone's going to get the memo. It's going to be posted in Sam's A4, A2. What's the number?
4-2?
4-2. Thank you.
Okay.
4-2, and so
Answers to the universe.
Booze.
so it's just going to be just a memo. Anyone interested in learning some skills, some more primitive survival skills in case of emergency, as far as life support issues, especially with the food supply. Anyone willing and wanting to come to a essential cooking class where we learn how to make food, because we have grown quite a lot of food in our hydroponics bay. Apparently, space is an ideal growing environment. We're very impressed. I think everyone at Starfleet with this program is very excited about the possibilities of having more hydroponic bays on ships as a backup for replicator food malfunctions. And since we've already gone through one, I think we as a group probably appreciate that more than most. So we'll come down, we'll give a tour, and we'll learn to make some sweet potato noodles.
So who would like to go to the hydroponics cooking demonstration?
Just me?
I'm trying to think. Lyselle will.
Okay.
Um,
I'm actually just scratching my back. I'm sorry.
the captain will try to trick or talk the doctor into going.
Define trick. I want to know what your version of a trick is.
I'm gonna steal your cane.
Oh,
It's in the hydroponics bay.
Has your cane gone wander? And I think I saw it in the hydroponics space.
is your cane running? Well, you better go.
You will be able to eat the meals that you make.
I'll help you. I'll help you get there.
God damn it! Yeah, I'm on my way. Walls. Fuck, God.
Oh. He meets you like 10 feet down the hallway with your cane. Hydroponics bay.
Swear to God, if this is terrible, it's your fault.
It's good for crew morale.
And life skills.
Right?
You're not gonna be around long enough to need those. He's an old man.
He's going to die soon.
Our characters are almost the same.
I know. Isn't he like 5 years older or something?
I don't even think that much either.
All right, so
Are either of your characters going? Caitlin?
No,
No? Okay.
they're not.
All right. All right, cool. So what, so
right.
you greet them, Dr. Tobin
So we
greets
greet
them?
them. So we're going to go around. I'm just going to generally show you the different bays, what we're growing. There's been a lot of very interesting food that's been developed here. A lot of, especially with the hybrids, and being able to sort of crossbreed and make stronger variations of a lot of standard things, as well as just so many sweet potatoes. So many sweet potatoes.
So many.
So we're trying to come up with new and exciting ways to serve the sweet potatoes. So tonight, so after the tour, you guys are all sort of like, yeah, okay. And then take you over to this little area, and I have these hot plates. Essentially, they're like glorified hot plates, and laid out, and there's some ingredients. And so I ask you all to sit down at your stations and, please open up your basket and see what we have to cook with.
Oh, like
Oh my God.
chopped.
It is going to be like chopped,
Oh my God.
except everyone's a winner.
Oh, that's
The Alton
nice.
Brown one?
Huh?
The Alton Brown one where he gives you
No.
sabotages?
How many? Is there
No,
like,
that's
are there
Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah, that
individual
one.
stations
This
for
really is
everyone,
like
or,
actually going to be nothing like chopped. I'm sorry, that was misleading.
Are there individual
Too late.
stations for everyone?
Yeah, everyone has their
Or,
and-
so are we like paired up?
You
or-
can pair if you would like, but individual stations are available for everyone.
The
since-
captain will pair up with Mikhail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna come out there, and the first thing. So the first thing I want you guys to do is pick up. There's a spiralizer. You guys have seen this. It is a little jar, and it's got a little lid on it. and you spin it, and it will make noodles out of most anything. So I want you all to take the sweet potato out of your bag.
That's a real sweet potato.
Oh my god!
It is a real sweet potato.
Is
And
this like Oprah? If I look under my chair, will there be sweet potato?
I wish I had enough sweet potatoes
Okay.
to take this towards the LARP side. But I'll take our sweet potatoes, and now we're gonna slice up the ends. We're gonna peel them. So everyone needs to peel their sweet potatoes.
My dear knows how to peel. There we go.
Sweet. Okay. Now we're gonna.
I used to get paid to do this.
To peel sweet
Okay.
potatoes.
Now we're gonna take.
Pretend.
Okay.
Oh.
Are they all peeled? We're all good?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to slice off the end so we have a nice stable end. Flat, a good flat end. So now we're going to take it, take the sweet potato, put it into your spiralizer, and twist. Yes. No. Repeatedly. And you will see
You
noodles.
only did it one time.
You will see noodles forming.
Like giant fat noodle.
It will not. No, it'll be multiple. These are special noodle spiralizers.
Watch,
So-
like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Follow the motion minutes. That's how these work.
So I think you all should roll to see how well you
Yeah.
do.
Oh my god,
Or
yes.
you can auto fail if you want.
Oh, no, fail.
What are we rolling?
So let's roll number.
That's the best number.
Yeah, sure.
That's
I'm
the
just
best.
doing sweet potatoes like dreidels, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just roll from high and low.
dreidels.
Let's just roll 1d20
Just one.
and tell me your number.
11.
Okay.
It's gone for
Goodbye.
I think it's in between my legs.
Is it in your pants?
Greeley rolled a 17
No,
and
it's-
LaSalle rolled an 18.
Okay, so they both do excellent jobs.
Under your chair.
You do a good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 6.
6.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Yours is like has chunks of skin in it, and
Oh.
yeah.
You didn't peel it well
Not
enough.
his skin.
That's immediately what I thought.
I was like, I do surgery. That seems hilarious. That seems intentional.
End it
You know
now.
what? Fuck it. We're gonna take some foam and put it in there.
There's a band-aid in there, even though band-aids haven't been used for 2 years. Yeah.
Let's come over and help him because she feels bad.
All right, and Tobin's gonna look around and notice everybody. So like, yes, that's well done, Captain. Well done, Thrash. Doctor. We'll just keep practicing. So now we're gonna saute. So now we're gonna saute some onions. We've already chopped the onions, so don't worry. So we chop the onions. We're gonna saute the onions, and we're gonna put the noodles in there. And we're gonna make a nice sort of fettuccine with the noodles. See, the beauty of the hydroponics is you can make any dish. It's all going to be vegan. It's all going to last, as long as vegetables last.
So 2 days?
Yeah. But you can pick it fresh.
All right.
This is very exciting.
I'm jazzed. I don't know what y'all problem is.
Make a saute roll.
Oh,
Saute, y'all.
A saute roll.
A 1.
You burn yourself.
Point.
Is she on
5 and
fire?
a 6.
Yeah, everyone. Yours are overdone.
A 7.
Wow, nice.
Everyone has more trouble on that
Incremental.
one. So what do you want to do with that?
Gordon Ramsay
I think
needs
it's
to
a
come
problem
out.
with the. I think it's a problem with the burners.
Do we need
Clearly,
Do
this
we
is
need
a
a
problem
Gordon
with the
Ramsay? Can we
burner.
get a Gordon Ramsay?
We need an engineer. Someone
Yeah.
call it engineer. Captain to Lieutenant Vaslagam.
Go ahead, Captain.
We have a bit of an engineering problem down in the hydroponics bay. If you wouldn't mind joining us, please.
What is wrong?
Well, there's going to be a fire pretty soon if we don't get this fixed.
Are the fire suppressions not working?
I would not like to test that here.
I'll be right there.
Okay, so you're there.
Safety of the ship.
I greet you with a sweet potato.
I agree.
Greet me with a sweet potato?
Here, have it spiralized, pitch cut up.
What is this?
Well, we're learning how to use the food that we've been growing on the ships. See, Starfleet has asked me to come here as a way of creating some sort of backup system for any sort of potential failures of life support systems, such as the replicators. So, should the replicators ever go down and we need a backup food supply, instead of having just boring old rations, we could be growing our own food.
Right. Is that your job?
Yes.
My job is to fix the replicators when they go down.
Yes.
Right, and now we need some
However-
troubleshooting. So follow her instructions and see if you also burn.
I will not be on the ship forever. Someday this will all be yours to maintain.
Temporary, possibly
This
temporary
is-
assignment.
This is a test. This
She
is.
did just move past us.
Oh my god. Yes.
Everything the
That's a
artificial
good
light
quote.
touches
This is all
is
about to
yours.
be y'all's responsibility. And if you kill the sweet potatoes and the spinach that I've grown, I'll be one very sad, and you will be very hungry.
When he leaves, he just sits up a giant hologram on the roof of the hydroponics bay. Every
Giant.
remember. He just appears.
We're all just sitting there, just like, he dosed us, right? He dosed us.
I mean, I will be with the ship for some time longer.
What's
The
your name,
mission's-
Captain?
Well, all right. You got to skin that potato.
Here's the.
Right.
All right.
Well, yeah. Anyone can skin
Yeah.
a potato with a knife.
Using a screwdriver.
All right, roll for spiral.
Right, you got to cut off the end so you get a nice flat bottom. And then you're going to
See,
twist it like
you're
this. It's all on the
learning.
wrist.
You're learning.
So like screwing in a screwdriver.
Sure. Sounds like
The best way to learn is to teach, Captain. Very well. Very good.
13.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
You did a decent job. All right, roll for. Do you want to have her saute?
well, yeah, because
Yeah.
this is what we're trying to test. Now you're going to lighten this thing up.
This
And
is a hot
saute them
plate.
together.
This is
And see, all the rest
a
not
primitive.
malfunctioning, so we're just trying to.
I'm not sure.
Generator and you're fixing
Yeah.
your burn.
Oh, yeah. Anybody?
I'm not really sure that the
Oh, yeah.
equipment is
Thanks.
quite at fault
Keep
here.
it. I have a feeling. It will be quite a lot.
It was one. Yeah.
You burned yourself.
Something is clearly wrong with these.
I would like to comment that I don't believe that there is actually a malfunction in the equipment. I
What did
think
you
we
roll?
just. What did I roll? I'm not cooking
roll.
anything.
Oh,
I'm teaching.
Well, that's the problem. You're not showing us how to cook.
Can I make an engineering reason check
13.
to see if there's anything wrong with them?
Sure.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with you, Doctor. I don't,
2 successes.
Professor.
Yeah. And can I
Can you use it?
You can know that it's working fine. It's just use your error.
yeah.
But while as you're announcing that to everyone at the last station that no one had been at because the class was underattended from what Dr. Tobin expected,
Very disappointing.
you hear it,
it
and hear someone
Sam?
say,
Is it
"No,
fucking Sam?"
I think the page is fine. I think you just need to go a little easier on it." And you look, and Taylor Swift is there, and she's caramelized the onions perfectly.
Oh, my God.
Well, of course, that's how I programmed you.
Thank you, Taylor.
But still, there's still an art to it.
we need to get a list of how many holographic projectors are on this ship.
Everywhere.
They were all located.
Or does she have a mobile emitter?
No,
Taylor Swift would not get a mobile limit.
that's from the 29th century.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot.
No, Sam and I requested to have some more emitters in some key places around the ship, and this seemed like a very important place to have one. So, anyone want to try an onion? Came out really nice.
I'll try one.
Sure.
There you go. She plates it up.
Ship grown.
Blow on it is hot.
Roll,
I'd blow on it.
roll if you burn your
Nothing
mouth.
would
It wouldn't do anything.
So you don't know what that means.
It was delicious, Taylor.
Do you have anything else for us?
Well, I
Or do we eat now?
yes, you can eat. Please eat your delicious
No.
meal that you made.
No, yours is on fire.
I'm good.
You want me to eat onions and sweet
That is
potatoes?
okay. It's sweet potato noodles. Excuse me.
Where's the meat?
Well, see, that's the beauty of the system. You don't need meat. You can throw in some chickpeas. You got all the protein you need.
Where are the chickpeas?
We'll add those. They're still growing.
Because I see no
Taylor Swift
protein
goes
here.
up to you and says, "Oh, doctor, I see that your noodles turned out a little strange. I think it was the potatoes' fault, but I made some extras, so there you go."
Right. Well,
Everyone else good?
thank you.
Thank you.
Tobin then presents a large pre-made meal that is
Oh, so we're like
appropriately cooked.
today showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're today showing
Safety
it.
Yeah.
meal? Yeah.
safe
Fine.
backup
What is it?
plan.
What else?
Put it in the oven
well,
for
it's
2
gonna
hours
be-
and it turns into this.
It is. It is
I
a
see.
sweet potato fettuccine. So it's got a nice creamy sauce on it. It's got some onions, garlic, some mushrooms, no meat.
Cream is not vegan.
This is vegan.
Vegan cream.
We've found
She
a
said
way.
cream. She said cream E.
Creamy.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's
Anything
like
can be
soy
creamy.
based something.
Ah, I'm not exactly sure.
I was going to say, John.
Not even looking in that direction.
You found
And see. All right, cool.
anything can be creamy.
All right. Oh no, but actually, before the meal ends, Taylor Swift goes, "Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. I had a lot of fun tonight."
Yes,
Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
Yes, Professor. Thank
Very
you very much.
informative.
This has been most informative.
So should you ever need the food, it is down here. Please graze.
Hey, if there's a shipwide emergency, it'll be
Yeah.
important.
As we walk out, I
We
just
just
kind of
have, like,
lean to
a round of
Dr.
applause
Thrash
for
and I was like, who is that?
Don't worry about it. No, he's visiting and teaching us more about hydroponics.
So I will never see him again.
All right.
Not sure.
No, it is a genuinely good idea.
Food.
When the machines fail,
The machines will
they
never fail.
will fail.
No, they will not.
All machines from the dawn of time have failed.
And my machines
Which,
do not
according
fail.
to you, is when these machines.
I can
were
show you.
created.
Yeah, basically.
Say what?
May I see your tricorder? I promise you, in some way, it is malfunctioning.
At this point.
I think it's broken.
Respect.
I actually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
You
and
smash your cane into it for good measure.
Yeah, I think it's broken.
I'm not going to see your cane for a minute. I'm not going to break it in half.
Proving a point.
All right, moving on. So we're back in space. We had fun food adventures.
We're back
Thank you
in
very
space.
much for that. I appreciate
where
it.
else were we?
And Captain.
Sorry. All right.
Not gonna starve.
You okay?
Yeah, I've been like off and on all day with my
Oh,
voice.
I'm
So we're going to
sorry.
see how this runs.
All right.
Captain's log, stardate 66257.0. The ship is proceeding through a little explored sector of space, according to our orders. This region was mapped and surveyed 40 years ago at long range, but that mission gathered only the most general data on the nearby systems of planets. And, in any case, a lot can change in 4 decades.
All right, yeah. So this is another survey mission. You're kind of once again just in kind of deeper space, like just doing more charting and surveying things like that. And that didn't come out the way I needed it to. Sorry, my printer didn't need it to. Talk on the break for just a second.
So who knows how Stardates work?
There's like an official way to do it.
Yeah, I use a converter online.
Yeah.
Oh.
That they're good. Yeah. go
Yeah,
on.
there's like an official way to do it. I'm not super sure what the metric is because there's a lot of conflicting data.
Yes. So there's a couple different ways.
Oh.
Yeah, because in a lot of the different shows, they would just throw numbers together. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna do this," which is why in certain episodes of things, like they weren't like super consistent with it. So like season 1, they were like, "All right, Captain's log," and he would say something, and then the next one, like in season 4 or something, he'd be like, "It start with a 3, and now it starts with a 1," and you're like, "Oh fuck, wait."
So in original series, they were all like relatively small 4-digit numbers, like
They were.
1 something something something.
Mhm.
And I don't know, and I don't know the original series well, so I can't remember what it is. With Next Gen, they did something weird. They did everything started with a 4,
Mhm.
but season 1, the second digit was 1. Season 2, the second digit was 2, etc.
Oh, interesting.
So my math in this has been going by that standard, which means it accelerates pretty quickly because that's 1,000 star dates a year essentially.
Yeah.
So which is why we're in 6 something now, because we're about 20 years after
Gotcha.
Next Generation.
Thinking that 40000 was like the start of next gen thinking, or 41.
4-1, yeah,
4-1-0-0,
something would have
yeah.
been the start of Next Gen.
Yeah.
Yes. So
there might be
that's
some in-universe weirdness to it, like a stellar year as opposed to a 365 year.
There definitely is
Yeah.
stellar time. I know
There's a
that.
strange, yeah.
which means somewhere not long before the original series is starting at 0, and then it's negative starting before that. So again,
There's
yeah.
a book that Brandon put out, Rhonda, which is Star Trek Timelines.
Mhm.
And so it has a Stardate 0. So I know they do have it in canon about
Yeah.
it. There is one. But what I didn't ever realize, or where the question came from, is what the points were.
it's just hours of the day.
Okay.
So like later
okay.
in the day could be a different point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like
Good to know.
in my
That's, like,
brain,
the
everything's
smallest
just like a 0.2 or
Well, and actually,
0.4.
like here's the thing, I just calculated that one out. It gave me like 8 decimals worth of digits. So
Oh wow.
you get
Weird.
down to the second with it.
Interesting.
Anyway, moving on.
Sorry.
So I found no, you're good. It's a good question, and
And you needed to
Don't
kill
leave
Dead
us. All right.
Space.
the bridge hums with activity as officers at computer consoles go about their duties, and stars streak by at warp speed on the view screen. Suddenly, an alert rings out from the long-range sensors. Someone make an alert noise. Not that dire, but sure. The reading shows strengthening Tetryon bursts emanating from the planet Optera 4. Tetrons occur naturally only in subspace, making these readings particularly strange and worth investigating.
Octavia 4.
Optera.
Optera.
Optera. What would you all like to do?
Oh, go for it.
I will order us to set course for that. Scanning ahead.
Okay, sounds good. So here, let's actually give you a chance to get some momentum and give our chance for our con officer to make a con roll. So why don't you change course? It'll be difficulty 0, but give me con plus control.
Okay, and these are two d20s.
2d20. We're rolling for low.
Does the ship help with this?
The ship can assist. So yeah, who has the ship? You have the ship. So you're going to roll a die for the ship. Either one you can roll. It doesn't matter.
Cap, you're up there probably.
I also have the ship. if you
Equals
need
a
it.
success.
Equals is a success.
Okay,
Yes.
2 successes.
2 successes. Right.
What am I?
Do you have what's the ship have?
Engines. Command, con. Engines and con, probably.
Engines and con. Great.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, success.
Great. So 3 successes. So I'll let you add 3 momentum to the momentum pool. I should have 10 threat in the threat pool for 5 of you. So make sure I have 10 there.
Did we get a momentum to start out with?
You get none to start out with.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, I get threat. You don't get anything. Haha. So. All right, so you very deftly change course, so it's like very smooth, kind of a turnaround, and go in the correct direction to get to the Optera system. We're good on that. Very good. So you said you want to do some scanning along the way.
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing: Tetrions, like it said, are naturally occurring and way more often occurring in subspace.
Okay.
You don't see them as often here, and they generate random momentum, which means they're very hard to track. So, is there anything you all want to do to try to create an advantage to better read them?
So, you said that they are randomly generated subspace particles? Are they generated like dark matter, or are they generated from like do they exist in the universe, or they come from something?
They more and more people have been found ways to create them in small amounts, but they're more naturally occurring in subspace, and the quantity that you're getting is just very strange for a planet here in normal space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see what I can do.
This is engineering sensors over there.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I would just say I would scan because my technical expertise helps with a task assisted by the ship's sensors.
Okay, we'll go ahead and make a reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. And this is difficulty 3.
1 critical success
Nice.
and 1 failure.
Success.
Okay,
But I can re-roll one of my d20s. So
you can roll your failure again then.
Success.
Great, so add another momentum then. All right. The tetraons originate from a multitude of sources scattered across and within Altera 4. The vast majority of tetraons appear to originate from under the planet's surface. And let's see, the tetraons occur in repeated patterns, which are then answered by nearly identical patterns at a local level. These call and response bursts are increasing in frequency. So that's what you get. All right, and you all arrive there and can do some more scanning. All right, so Altera 4 is a Class M world. It has a diverse climate. It has 3 moons. It probably has an abundance of animal and plant life. Let's see, a Federation survey mission came by here about 40 years ago. The system has 6 planets, but found nothing of note, so didn't do any extensive surveying. And there we go. Do you want to do another scan now that you're closer?
Sure.
All right, great. So give me another reason plus science assisted by the ship sensors plus science.
2 successes.
Fire.
Okay.
You can re-roll it.
Oh, she can reroll it too? Wow.
Dead. Success.
Nice. Add another momentum. We're really building that up.
It clearly states can be a ship's guy.
Yeah, no, I believe you. Yeah,
Or just technical
that's cool.
expertise.
Yes, technical expertise. Yeah.
Nice. Those talents are awesome. All right, cool. All right, let's see here. Wide range of organism and climate types, liquid water, nitrogen, oxygen, atmosphere. The planet's core has achieved an entirely liquid state that creates regular subspace inversions, allowing for stable formation of solanogen throughout the planet's crust. Solanogen, like tetraons, usually occur in subspace. So again, this is a very unique planet. In addition, the sensor scans reveal the following, and these are important. Everything I say is important, though. Yeah. Not really. 1, a mysterious power signature operating on the surface of a landmass indicates the presence of some kind of technology in the middle of an otherwise uninhabited desert. 2, an enormous concentration of tetraon bursts is located in a vast subterranean cavern, which is connected to a tangled network of tunnels running throughout the planet's substrata. 3, smaller, more localized readings indicate some tetraon activity near a major mountain peak. And 4, anomalous readings near the planet's core show a blind spot that reflects sensors scans back to their point of origin, possibly indicating shielded technology. So again, there's 4 sites of interest. First is a mysterious power signature in the middle of a desert. Second is a subterranean cavern with large tetraon bursts. Third is a mountain peak with more localized tetraon bursts. And 4 is anomalous readings, possibly from shielding technology. What do you all like to do next?
I'm sorry, I only got 2 of those.
That's quite all right. So the third one...
I got the first and the fourth.
You got the first and the fourth.
Yeah.
The second one is a concentration of tetraon bursts in a subterranean cavern.
Okay. And
the third one is more localized tetraon readings near a mountain peak.
okay.
Could I make a reason science or reason engineering check about why the tetraons would be localized like this?
It'd be reason science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to see if has this ever happened before? Have I ever heard of this? Is this something that, is completely out there, or is this something I was like, okay, yeah, this is plausible?
Yeah, make a roll.
Reason, science, 1 success.
Yeah, you're not quite sure. This is just very unusual. you're not really getting anything else yet from it.
But it's like nothing that I've like been like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
No, this
Okay.
is not analogous to anything you've seen.
Okay. So I say that. Captain, this is weird. In my professional opinion.
How succinct of you.
It's what I'm known for.
So we're not getting any life signs.
Are we getting any
No
life
readings
signs?
of life signs anywhere on the planet?
You find some animal and plant life, but especially in the areas where there's high concentration of tetraons, there's too much of that interfering with your sensors to get a clear picture.
Well, I'm a little interested in this blind spot. That seems to be shielding something within the core.
I'm more interested in the subterranean caverns. Thinking that perhaps that might lead to the shielded technology in the core. If you would like to start in one place. You could also possibly fly by the mountain in a shuttlecraft and visually look and see what is there before landing in the subterranean cavern. Well, because
So the
can
desert
we...
it is.
Yes, perfect. Can we transport through this?
So you feel like the mountain peak and the desert, those are localized enough tetrayon readings that you will have no problem transporting.
Okay.
The cavern is very high in tetrayon, so it's going to be harder to beam into there. It's going to take a little bit of effort. You think it's doable, but yeah, the shielded anomalous readings, there's nothing.
Well,
you
yeah,
can do with
I
that
wouldn't.
right now. Yeah.
I wouldn't ask to transport into
Based on where
planet's core.
the cavern is it like here's the mountain and then here's the cavern, or are they on like different sides of the planet?
They're not walking distance, if that's what you're asking.
I was like, is there like
The cavern
Are
is
they-
directly below
that's
the
what I was
mountain.
asking. Like, is it possible that these are related because they're right?
It's possible
in
they're
the same
related.
area.
You can tell that there was definitely a series of caverns and caves that are
Okay.
interconnected. So yes,
Okay.
it's possible they're related.
All right. Well, I think probably in that case, either the mountaintop or the desert, just to check out first, since we have a better shot at getting back.
So lively, everybody today.
Are we?
We're all thinking, I think.
Yeah. Are we transporting? Or are we?
I say,
I'm running a physician's log.
Yeah, I know, usually
I'm down. I'm
lots
down. I'm down.
Taking a shuttle, or are we doing
yes.
trans?
Would you like to take an away team?
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the mountaintop. I always enjoy climbing.
Via transport or via shuttlecraft?
Is there any particular equipment you'd like to take with you?
No. Nothing that nothing that a basic tricorder couldn't do. Maybe for transporting some transport buffers.
Well, all right, then let's transport it down.
All right, so you're going to the mountain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
In this particular year, transport buffers are still a thing, right?
Like to
Like those little like tripod things that.
pattern enhancers, you mean?
There you go.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And we know that the air is breathable, like we did those.
Yeah, the oxygen, nitrogen.
Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
Yes.
Kelson to sick bay.
Go ahead.
Doc, how you feel about some exercise?
You literally just hear Ross Logum cackle in the background because she
Yeah, he does this on purpose.
Yeah.
Do I have a choice?
Well, of course, I'm not going to make you exert yourself if you don't want to.
What's going on?
We're going to hike a mountain.
Bring your hiking cane.
I'll be up as soon as humanly possible.
Wouldn't you like a side-to-side transport? Every time. Just meet us in the transporter bay. It's got to be closer.
On my way.
Do we know if it's warm or cold? I'm assuming it's cold on the mountain, right?
The temperatures at this particular site are actually going to be very cold.
Pack your winter wear.
Sweet.
All right.
So are you all wearing like cold weather outfits then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am in a
Great.
full parka.
We're like
Full parka. Okay.
we're like Kirk and
yeah.
what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
And McCoy and
those.
yeah.
We've got that. No, like the with the furry hood.
Yeah.
Snap in four
Yeah.
directions.
When you get
So it's got
in
that-
prison,
it
what
covers-
movie
Yeah,
is that?
that's
Discovered country.
Oh, that's like that. Okay.
Oh, I was straight up picturing the one from
Oh, from Star Trek.
from the new
Star
the new
Trek.
Star Trek.
No.
No, the new one.
What the hell was that one called?
Into
Into
darkness.
darkness.
Beyond.
Yeah, no, I'm picturing just the one from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Where he's on the planet with the ice and got the big fur and like the collar comes up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's official Starfleet issued.
Yeah, no.
Winter weather.
Yeah, we don't get to pick
Winter
our
weather
own, I guess.
survival
Yes.
This is in the
Yes.
Orville, I
Very
guess, which is really sad.
All right.
It's close.
She just wants to be a different ship.
I do.
Right.
I just want to be on a
Right.
different
Just
ship.
one.
So we have our 5 primary characters. That's what we're bringing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone else wants to go.
Just making sure I understand who's going.
Yeah.
Engineer needs
Unless
to
you
go.
want a
Alright,
security
come on.
person.
I'm pretty sure the engineer needs to go.
Ensign Jenny here is more
Say-
important than all of you.
That's
That is
true.
true.
Ensign Jen ear to go.
Yeah.
Wait, who's that?
The most the main character.
Your replacement.
Engineer.
And Jen here.
Isn't it great?
We needed somebody who could fix things and hit things.
And hit things. Yeah.
So she
is that
popped
who?
up.
So it is who replaced me last week?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
All right. All right. So you
Can
all,
she be my protege?
she can be your
Like assistant
chief
chief
engineer.
engineer?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. You all beam down. A bone-chilling cold sets in, and you're immediately glad you brought your cold gear. As soon as the transport is complete, freezing your breath and making it visible as you exhale. You stand on a rocky ledge overlooking a magnificent mountain chain that stretches beyond the horizon. Ahead of you on the ledge, you see a pile of cracked and empty eggshells, each about the size of a melon. A sticky, mucus-like substance, still surprisingly warm, holds the eggshells together in a nest. Several trails of this ooze lead from the nest into a nearby cave. The ledge near the outer edge of the nest appears to have given way in a landslide, and some of the eggs may have fallen below.
So dragons. There's dragons.
That's a different
Now,
case.
look, if we go down the mountain,
Are there
we're gonna hit a dungeon. So
Are there
let's
dungeons
climb
here
down
too?
the mountain, find the dungeon.
This is like
With
when
the
you
dragons?
This is like when you
We're in a dungeon.
I
and
see
a
the
dragon.
Canary in Mass Effect.
How cold is it actually? Do we have a temperature reading in Fahrenheit,
she's
please?
Oh, there's definitely wind on this mountain.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Like you're wearing something
I
that's
am. I
It
just
is-
wanted just so we know like how cold we actually are, because like some mountains are.
It is 5 below Celsius and windy.
Okay.
And what's that in real
It could be
temperature?
worse.
In real temperature, it's in the
Have you
20s.
seen Lord of the
Okay.
Rings?
Oh, that's fine. 20s is manageable.
Oh, I'm part Vulcan, so I'm walking on top of the snow, correct? On the space
You're not.
Just two
Elves not sick.
Right, yeah, elves on top.
It's a real thing.
It's a real
is.
It's just like
thing.
the
Elves just-
fairy laughter and
Elves
elves
just walk-
don't
they're
sing.
like
You're learning
it's-
so
they
much.
walk
It's some more goy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's like Step of the. It's well, they have Mask of the Wild, but like literally, but also just in like Lord of the Rings, like Legolas is just walking on top of the snow, and in the book he makes fun of everyone else because they can't walk on top of the snow, and it's great. But yeah, so right, I'm on top of the
I've
snow.
not seen this.
Sure.
Cool.
I love it.
I have not seen this
I
Lord
just
of
have
the Rings
snow shoes,
that
that's all.
you speak.
Wait, are you serious?
You have snow
Yeah,
chains.
seriously. I've never
All
seen
right, what do you all want to do?
Can we get some readings on these eggs?
We're gonna show Sam Lord of the Rings. Is what we're gonna do.
No, they tried that with Star Wars and it did not go well.
So,
Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. Well, I love them
So
both.
could I get some readings on these eggs?
Yes.
Anyone with a tricorder?
No.
No one brought one. You all brought coke here, man.
The doctor
Should have
destroyed
taken the
my...
damn shuttle.
You're right. I destroyed the only
You
one.
fixed it immediately, and you know it.
Yeah, I know.
I destroyed the only one.
Everyone on the ship shares one.
It's a real tragedy.
Just
You
one.
actually have the prop out. Do you want to do the reading?
Yeah, let's
All right.
do it.
All right. I'll let you use medical if you like, since we're talking about some sort of life form apparently. And
Cool. A 2 and a 5. Double success.
yeah, those are both double successes. So add. Let's see.
Ooh, can he use a focus to get a xenobiology and get an extra success?
I already gave that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why I
like,
did.
hold on.
I am specialized in
Yeah.
this.
So add 2 momentum, or that'll max you out, right?
Yeah, we're
And then
matched.
just
Are we
you're-
not in
you're
a new
maxed.
scene?
Huh?
Are we not in a new scene?
All right. Well, let it cancel out. So
Yeah.
there you go. Now you're maxed.
Cool.
So let's see here. So from the eggs, and this gets you pretty close to the cliff's edge now.
I don't like that.
You can come over and
I'm
stand
gonna
next
go
to me.
stand next to him. If he falls, I can try to catch him.
This is how I die.
Need
This is
his
how I
other
die.
leg to break.
Apparently.
From the eggs, they're cracked. Like it said, there's still like a warm, mucusy thing going on. You get the faintest hint of tetrions there, and even a slight, like you saw tracks leading to the caves, and you get a slight, like it looks like it's a path that led directly to the caves from here. Anything else you want to know that you were looking for specifically?
Not, I mean, any kind of DNA signature. Kind of that I would maybe recognize. Something that is, I mean,
Species 8472.
I don't know if they come from eggs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's established. Yeah. Not in the shells, but as you're standing there, and Captain, I guess you're watching to make sure he doesn't fall off.
Yeah, well, I was thinking to also ask him to scan to do like a long range, not long range, but like see if the techno could pick up any identical scans from farther down the mountain to see if
Yeah.
anything had fallen.
So down off the cliff, you all kind of just peer down, and about 30 meters below you in the snow, you see a very small, mucusy, 6-legged something. It looks possibly insect-like. It has tentacles by its mouth.
This must be large.
Huh?
This must be large.
No, because there's an eggshell by it, so it's about the size of a melon. It has little eggs.
What color is it?
It's like a brownish, yeah. And then it's just kind of doing this, and it curls in a ball, and and then all of a sudden you see a glowing pink light come from its mouth for a few seconds and then stop.
We have to help that creature.
There she is. There it is.
We just discovered space cockroaches. No, we do not have
How
to
dare
have
you?
a creature.
Really old, incredibly xenophobic movie, Aliens.
No.
Oh, we're gonna have a movie night later.
When the pink light emits from the mouth, is there an increase in tetrion ratings?
Yes, focused tetrions come straight from it.
Can we hear anything?
Ooh, Captain, it's how
No.
they communicate via subspace particles. Subspace, right? Yeah. Subspace particles.
What's it saying?
I don't speak subspace.
Spub space.
About space.
I'm really tired, guys.
What?
Of course I am.
Are you licking the mucus?
No. I'm taking
No,
a
he's
sample.
taking a sample.
Oh, okay.
I
Great.
assume it's embryonic fluid.
You take a sample.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you want some eggshell too?
No, not particularly. It's not really made of anything important. I'll just yeah. Does anything, is it simple to break? Relatively?
Would it be? It might take a little work. It's not as fragile as a chicken egg.
Okay.
It's a little thicker than that. Yeah.
Like ostrich eggs?
Probably not that bad. Somewhere between.
It takes some doing. Likely it's relatively strong, but that's probably what the added force behind the tendrils are.
Dr. Thrash, I don't know how your power works, but can you see if that creature is distressed?
Can I tell if the creature is distressed?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way for us to? I don't know if the species works the same as the species back on my planet, but I wouldn't want to touch it if it was going to be an issue for the returning parents.
Right, it's like a sense thing.
It's a space cockroach.
Can't listen to the echo.
It's an ear here. Unless you want someone else to answer.
Are you the ensign in charge? There's a commander on
Taylor
board.
Swift here.
Oh, maybe we don't.
Sam.
Can I speak to a member of the crew? Can I get a side-to-side transport from... How far do we think this is?
30 meters.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
30 meters... I'm going to say north.
Well, it's below
Where I'm
you.
well, yeah, but there's still direction.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm not going north. I'm going from 30 meters northeast of my position to about 30 meters southwest of my position.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but you're saying way out.
I
It is
wanna-
straight below you. It's essentially 30 meters straight below you. You're looking down at it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So you
well,
wanna bring
I would
it
like
up.
to explain that, but yeah,
Yes,
but
you
I
explain
don't
that.
like in
I
my
get what you're
arms. I would like
Right.
to end up partway down the trail of the creatures that have already been going.
Okay, great. So that's going to be a difficulty 2 control plus engineering task. I believe. All right, so let's let Ensign Ear do it with her amazing stats, and she's in the
Would
transition.
the ship like to help?
And the ship can help. Yeah, absolutely. So, Christina, roll for Ensign Ear, I believe, because I know she had an engineering 5. Do you have her number still?
I think so.
So, like sensors and engineering for the ship?
Yeah. That'd be good.
Oh, it failed.
I'm not sure.
Hard though.
Call her to 15 for her.
Okay.
15 is her target number.
Okay. I got a 20 and a 5.
Okay. So one success with the complication. No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna make 2 threat. I don't know.
It ends up in the doctor's arms.
It explodes.
Well, that was the mucus.
And I'm gonna say
I ate it.
I'm gonna say
here it
she
is.
can't find what you're looking for. So can you? She says, can you do anything to help me? Help me target what exactly it is you're looking for?
Can I send her the sensor readings? Can we just send those up?
So like, yeah.
Like the life
She-
sign reading?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the life sign.
The life sign readings.
Transfer those.
Yeah, but it's fake. Can you do anything else? I'm having trouble getting along.
We can tell her that the increased tetrion readings are coming from it, right?
You know what?
Can I mansplain to her?
All right. Who's gonna throw it?
Does that not mean I'm not good with the throwing? I'm good with the mind.
All right, can I just drop the?
Yeah,
Can I
which
just
what
drop-
yours or
Well,
what are you dropping?
I mean, I guess I
dropping
can
it?
take mine.
We have the pattern
What, you kidding?
enhancers. We could do
The
that.
big giant thing you want to drop down?
Just see if where it lands.
Are you kidding? Go for it.
But
Fine.
I've been looking for an excuse.
Make a
that's fair.
I could have just pushed you off the cliff.
You could have. It's both a favor.
make a daring plus command roll.
Okay.
What if she to focus in transporters like I do?
2 successes.
Nice.
One was a
Awesome.
2, really.
I'll give you a moment. You're so
we
far,
have-
so leave it.
so, yeah.
All right, great. You drop it like right next to it, so that's perfect. So the doctor's without it. Now, what do you want to tell the gym?
All right. To focus on the doctor's
Communicator.
Combat.
concept.
Great.
It's a few inches away from the creature that we're looking for.
All right, great. Roll one more time. Roll again for her to beam up. Roll that, and I'll make it difficulty 1 instead of 2.
And then, sorry, it's control and what is that?
Engineering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
14.
shit failed again.
Oh, okay. 2 success.
All
Taking
right.
bets to see if that thing eats it.
All right. So, and you're beaming it to where?
Like a
Outside the
little-
mouth of the cavern?
Not directly outside, like a little ways down the trail of
Okay.
mucus.
Great. So not far from you, right? I mean, just a few
Yeah.
steps away from you, basically, or
Yeah. 10 meters away from us.
halfway
Yeah.
between.
Yeah,
you and-
yeah, like halfway.
All right, great.
Yeah.
So we'll say that's it didn't have a measurement from cave. So yeah, we'll say it's a little ways away, but you can run over
Yeah.
to it quickly. So yeah, you hear the whir of the transporter and the doctor's comm badge and the little creature both beam there, and you see it. It does that thing again, but this time it's like a green.
Mm.
And
Can you tell
It's-
if it's distressed now? The
The-
color changed?
yeah,
Is it
yeah,
more frightened?
it's still
Did we scare the
confused
shit
and
out of it?
distressed.
Okay.
But
Like
it kind of
hands
looks around and realizes it's somewhere else, and it kind of flips itself over, and
Love
looks around, and it
We'll see
looks. It's got the tentacle mouth. So
Yes.
they're all you.
So cute. It's a baby Cthulhu.
Oh, it's,
Mm.
it is. Space cockroach.
And then it.
I'm gonna have my hand on my face.
We're going to get Starship Troopers so hard.
I'm sure you've seen that one.
and then it turns around and starts going to the cave.
Yes, we
Is-
saved the baby's life.
Can I mean, I know it's a baby, but can I tell, like, is it more animal or is it, like, more sentient than an animal?
It's really hard to know. I mean,
Yeah.
just getting these
Put it back on.
Okay.
bursts of feeling. You get now as it goes toward the cave. It's a little. It's still kind of scared, but it's a little more self-assured. If
Okay.
that's a word for it.
Okay.
But it feels more comfortable now that it's going to the cave.
Okay.
It's like, oh,
Do you all want to go?
I can go home. Yes.
Yeah.
You put your comm badge back on. It did not eat it.
No.
Good. It's
I owe someone Latin. I don't know how much.
Yourself?
It's LaSalle Silk.
Yes.
How the fuck is she?
She probably monitors communications. She's the linguistics officer.
I don't like the idea of her just listening to shit.
What do you have to hide?
Plenty.
Right.
It's fine.
What would you have to do?
Nothing illegal.
Shall we follow it into the cave? Or I don't know. I'm assuming the underground caverns are filled with these creatures.
Possibly, but we don't know what these creatures are, or what they do.
Can we potentially make first contact with them?
I'm almost positive they're not walking.
Yeah. It's a pretty large species
feel like
with the
the
giant
orc
brain.
is out.
Throwing it out there.
It
I'm
wouldn't
going
have
to-
fallen off the side of a cliff. Although I have known.
However, it does seem interesting.
Before we venture into the cave, can I just do like a general scan of some type for any sort of hidden danger, or like it clearly can take care of something the size of a melon, but like will it sustain like our weight if we decide to walk into this cave?
Sure. Do a scan.
Okay. And it's gonna be what?
So are you going closer to the cave, or are you just doing it from where you are?
I guess we've sort of followed a little bit, have we not?
I have stayed where I am.
Oh, okay.
I'll begin
I'd
moving in
say
that direction.
I've begun following it because I
Yeah.
want to lose it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're kind
Who
of
are we
All right, you
following
can
it?
follow it.
okay. And then
We are.
this is a wet and wet.
You know, some.
Don't know these things.
This is a reason plus science roll.
Okay. Science. And then I have constantly watching, so when I attempt a task to detect danger, I reduce the difficulty by 1.
Great,
2 successes.
great. I'd add momentum pool, but
We don't have any.
Oh, we are so momentous.
So I'll just give you tons of information then. So you all kind of follow it. It's just very slowly making its way in there with its little 6 legs. It looks like it's figuring out how to use them still. It gets a little bit into the cave, and there's no light. It doesn't look like, so getting a little bit darker. And then all of a sudden, it comes upon a tiny little crevice, and it just burrows straight down. And it's way too small for any of you to get in. You don't detect any dangers, but you also don't think you can follow this creature anymore.
If we're trying to avoid making first contact because of the Prime Directive, should we maybe switch to investigating the possible shielding technology instead of continuing to follow these? I'm not sure.
I'm guessing that the lieutenant. No, is it lieutenant?
Yes.
I'm guessing I'm not remember names.
You remembered it once.
Lieutenant
Yes, I
Cable.
know. Yeah. No, it's more. We're on duty, so he's addressing people by their title. I'm guessing that the lieutenant's theory is probably correct about the caverns.
Mm-hmm.
At least this probably is possibly a large colony of these creatures.
Like the little earth creatures. What is it called? Ants?
I'm not from Earth. I'm not sure.
I don't know what I would do because you were nodding.
Sure.
Earth people. You're not from Earth. Well, you sort of from Earth.
I spent most of my life.
You're
I didn't pick up this accent on a phone.
Oh my god, what if we did?
Southern Vulcan.
What if we did?
South Vulcan.
Yeah.
The Vulcans sitting outside fanning themselves.
Yeah,
and they just
This flower is wilted.
It got so much de-sweetened tea. It was sweet tea that we took the sugar out of.
so not to stimulate the senses.
Sweet and in fact, that is illogical. Roll Tide, am I right?
They're huge mammoths.
That's not logical. See on a desert planet.
Roll Dune.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right, what are we doing?
Okay. So I still don't know where the shielding technology comes from. If these are pre-war creatures, there must be some sort of protector of the planet, perhaps.
Well, if we're thinking
Is
that
it
the
the Q?
shielding technology. Oh, I met him once. If we,
Did you really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Let's throw that out. He did
Story time.
No. All right, hold on. Well, he said he was a Q, but
Really? It was more of an H.
I was a lady. You know how it goes.
I'm guessing that if we want to start investigating that blind spot, our best bet might be to go check out the desert area with the technology.
Is there technology on the desert?
Yes.
There is a
I wrote
mysterious
down
power signal.
signature indicates technology in desert.
I'll help you outside and eliminate something for now. Engineer to 018. Captain. Fairly.
Captain here.
I just want to let you know that we've been continuing scans, especially on the blind spot that you were worried about. And it looks like there's a structure there with a shield around it. But actually getting into that shield without more information about this technology, it's nothing we've seen before. We're going to need more information to penetrate the shield.
Shut up, Grayley. I can do it. Not Grayley. Shut up, engineer. I can
Wow. You're like, shut up, you don't answer, I answer. It's not combat.
Just shouting.
How does that work?
To be clear, so there's a structure inside the liquefied core of this planet just floating around?
Yep.
Well, the shield is on the surface,
Yeah, but
and there's a
but
structure inside the shield.
It's like a dome, and then there's a house
I wrote
inside
down
the
that the
dome.
blind spot was located in the planet's core.
Yeah, me too. That's what I thought.
Did I say that?
And I also have written down that the planet has achieved
a liquid core.
liquefied state.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
So this
I
wondering
thought
the water
there was
is.
some sort of like
heart in vampire.
I
it just detaches and floats around your chest randomly.
I thought we were journeying to the center of the earth.
And most readings here, the planet's core show a blind spot that reflects into. Oh, I guess it is in the core. I forgot. It's a structure inside there, but it's Sorry, I forgot that
Inside
part.
the core?
Yeah.
Near the core.
Like, I think we're journeying to the center of the earth.
It's beneath the. It's beneath
This
the
is
cave. It's
Waterworld
in the
now,
mantle.
guys.
Okay.
Waterworld. Let's
All right. Well,
Below the
so
crust.
we're gonna.
I unfortunately can't get you in there unless you find out more about what's going on.
Can you get us to the desert power signature?
Absolutely.
Can you?
Do you?
Boss Longo says,
You wanted to add.
you didn't do so well with the creature.
Hey, now she did her
Quote
best.
a, quote a great man. Make it so.
All right. She beams you straight there.
What is the temperature differential between mountain and desert?
About 100 degrees.
We're fine.
Oh, shit,
You want to beam straight?
Wait, 100 degrees?
Can't we just go to the ship and
Why don't you
change?
bring us back out to the ship? We'll
Man, I was
we'll
so going to
change
do that to you too.
identity.
I'm dying. All right. She beams you back. You change clothes.
All right, everyone, 10 minutes. Meet back here.
I just.
Wardrobe
You
change.
should leave quickly.
Is there a phone booth nearby?
All right. You beam back down to the desert. All right. Let's do
In
that.
our summer wear. I mean, if
we should go into
listen,
We should go to each season.
if it's 100 degree differential.
Well, not that much. It's
No.
hot, but it's not going to kill you.
Exactly.
Okay,
I
so
was-
Well, it could be 20 degrees to 120. That's possible.
yeah. I mean, like 120 degrees is like a standard Earth
Desert.
temperature people live in.
I don't know why they do, but they do.
It's a
You
dry
mean like
heat.
us?
We don't live in
We
120
don't,
degrees.
but like in Arizona and
120
Oman, it
degree
gets to
feel.
be like 130.
Yeah.
It's a
Death
dry.
Valley gets there.
It's a dry
People
heat.
shoes
It is
melt
a
off
dry
their
heat.
feet in parades. So.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
All
really?
here voluntarily.
So let's say it's like in the 90s.
Do
It
we
gets
live here
worse when it's
voluntarily?
wet.
That's what she
It is
said.
worse when it's wet.
So sorry. 1 second.
No, but it's been like 135, 140 degrees inside the pyramids in like Cairo.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
Jeez Louise.
It gets quite warm.
You get that people don't live there, right? Dead people.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? They come and have their parties every night.
I mean, that's what
Mommy,
makes their
mommy. You want me out of your
pyramid, mommy?
You want me off your tomb? You're gonna have to kill me.
You have to throw me out.
What's happening?
You had like mummy hunters be like a one-off one night.
Mummy
Oh,
hunters?
yeah.
I just want to do the
Well,
best
mummies
demon
are
hunters.
not ridiculous.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right, here
gonna
we
do
go.
it in steampunk too. It's gonna happen.
The whine of the transporter fades and is replaced by the roar of a harsh, burning wind. More wind. And it's like blowing like dirt.
Sand into your face,
And
sandstorm.
And infrared Durst.
Yeah, right.
No.
Cracked and sun-bleached rocks litter the otherwise flat surface of the desert, which extends to the horizon in all directions. Up Terra Flor's 3 pale moons hover overhead in a cloudless sky. Roughly 50 meters away, you can see a tall tower bristling with electronic instruments.
It's like a cell tower.
Any signs of life?
Looking around.
Life person.
Track text.
We're looking for life sign.
New track code.
Emerging from the ground like an orange bubble is a dome of crackling energy. A force field! It has an exclamation point.
Hey!
Trapped inside the force field is a large insectoid creature with 6 spindly appendages and glowing red eyes set atop a strange mouth-like orifice surrounded by short tentacles. Sound familiar? Another seemingly identical creature circles the tower a short distance away and thrashes its pincers against it in a useless attempt to free its companion.
Can I
Oh my
communicate
God.
with it?
They're using these things to make energy.
No, I think they're just studying them.
Or this is just a bug trap.
Like the whole gamut of
Calm
options.
down the one that's there. We'll see if we can get out the other one. But only if you can calm down that one first.
Okay.
And likely if they generate.
So they're both very distracted, one by being in a force field and the other by clawing at it. So they don't notice you yet, and you get very intense feelings of fear
Okay.
and anger. But they're not noticing.
Okay.
Just you mind doing
I'm-
stuff, they're not
yeah.
noticing.
I seem unable to affect them, Captain.
Nothing happens. Is there a power system anywhere? Can I search for a power
I
system?
was going to ask you if you could figure out how to shut it off.
It's on the tower. Do you want to approach the tower where the other one is?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Do you see any security measures in place?
I think you might
I'd like to check
be
the
on the
traps.
right track, though.
Yeah.
They're using them.
A trap of some kind.
So they're using them for energy.
And if they generate cool little lights.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch flame bus.
They're just trying to throw a
Fireworks.
rave. So as you approach the tower, the one that is free and clawing at the tower does notice you, and immediately turns toward you. And it's like, it goes like this, and it scampers over and it puts itself between you and the one in the bubble.
That's cool.
And it's like looking very nervously at all of you.
Aw.
It's got two glowing red
Yeah.
eyes, and it's like, it kind of might claw in your direction, but it doesn't get too close. But it's
I just want to
it's
keep
being
heading.
very protective.
The
Yeah.
captain is going to step forward in front of his crewmates in kind of the same kind of motion, kind of mirroring the motion, saying, "Okay, you're protecting that one. These ones are mine," and just kind of put his hands up, like in the universal symbol of, "We're just going to stay like this," and be like, "See if you can find anything."
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep walking towards the tower, like away from the guy at the force
take
field.
take a long way around.
Okay. It keeps one eye on you and one eye on you. And it kind of sees your hand thing, and it has pincers, but it's trying to do the same thing you're doing.
Oh, they're so cute.
I know. Since it's less distracted now, can I communicate with it at all? Can I tell it that we mean it no harm?
Here's the thing. Communicating, like with your telepathy, requires a common language.
Okay.
You don't have that right now.
Okay.
So you both, as you've learned too, can try to use your powers just to try to project calm.
Okay.
So how big is this?
But aside from these primal instinct things, like you can't get more specifics from it right now.
So are we talking about
Size?
xenomorph size?
I'm assuming that this is like a.
Or like
It's bigger.
I'm guessing this is an adult.
keeper size.
It's bigger than you all. Here, let me pull the picture to show you. Here it is.
I'm just picturing keeper, kind of.
Me too, totally.
And I will show the folks at home here in just a moment. That's the size difference.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's significantly bigger.
So reaper size.
Not Reaper size.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, no,
Too big and
Chimneys.
No, I was picturing
Folks at home.
literally like the Starship Trooper bugs.
Yeah.
Or with tentacles.
Yeah.
All right, so they're significantly bigger. Yeah. So, but as keep an eye on her too.
Yeah.
And sees you going over there, and
Project
it's
calm.
not.
yes, I'm just focusing on projecting calm.
Right now, big.
Both of you make command push puzzles rolls.
I'm not going to roll for the ship. Oh, no.
What do you do?
12.
You are.
1 success, 1 failure.
1 success, 1 failure.
Cool. You both.
Oh, well, it's a focus. It's like Leto's linguistics.
Leto's
Yeah.
linguistics.
That's
Leto's
what
linguistics.
you said.
Leto's linguistics. I'm very tired, guys.
All right.
Big mood.
In that case, let's keep moving. Actually, I'm going to spend a threat. And right before
I
you,
like red alert signs.
right before you get to the tower,
Yeah.
a bubble appears around you, and you were in a force field.
Oh, no.
Have you
Hilarious.
figured out how to open this yet? No? Yes? No? Where are we on the opening of this thing scale? Cool. Would someone like to go check on the lieutenant without getting too close?
It's just a force field, right?
It's just force field,
Okay.
as best you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go check on her. I'm not liking
See if
this.
there's a way we can phase her. I want to say scan her out. That's not it. See if I can
Transport?
beam her out.
Trying something. It's going to take a moment.
Also, we're closer, and the Tetrion burst might not be as strong here. Can we scan for like life signs of other creatures other than these, or is that?
Yeah, go ahead, make a roll.
Or like
Okay.
humanoid life signs,
Yeah.
aside from us.
Sorry, it's control.
Do you want to pick a card? Any card?
Pick a card. Yeah. No.
Captain, why did you bring those?
2 success.
So they're both making lights of varying colors and intensities with their mouths, and you're getting tetrions from those. You also detect more tetrions underground.
Okay.
Is there like a pattern to the colors? Do they match colors?
Underground.
Not to the colors specifically, more to the energy reading themselves, like the wavelengths, the intensity, the frequency, those sorts of things. Those are organized, and like I said, there can be a call and response sometimes. Like between these two, like if the defending one might turn around every now and again and look back at its.
So they're communicating in a way.
You would, at this point, with everything you've observed, that's a safe assumption at this point, is that they are likely communicating with the lights.
The force field. This is my idea. We're going to try it. Is the force field generating any kind of frequency in its pattern, in the way that it's moving?
I mean, I'm sure they all do to some extent.
Okay. I would like to reconfigure my phaser to attempt to scramble the frequency.
Reverse the polarity of it.
Yeah, we're going to Trekno battle this shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to do the same thing. Thanks,
Breaker,
Zach.
you gotta fix her.
We have
We have
here.
All right, spend 2 momentum to create an advantage.
Okay.
And it has a way you can cut through it, but I'm going to make it significantly easier because you came up with a specific way to do it, not just I slice at it. So,
I'm sorry, I've been attacking this with my dagger this whole time. Damn it.
So a lot
you
of
do have vicious damage as a Vulcan, remember?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can punch it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I can punch
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Can you nerf pinch
Excuse me,
it?
I'm gonna punch my way through this force field.
I say I want to reverse the polarity of it with your fists.
These hands. Force field.
I want you to have like ninja throwing stars that you can just
No
like.
matter what happens, it always comes back to fisting.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead, and I'm going to say you hit it. Like it would be really hard to miss this force field.
Sorry, it's the sieges. They happen.
So I want you to roll damage. We'll see how many times it takes you to do it. So what's your normal damage on a phaser?
3.
3. Is that all? What's your security? Security 1?
1.
Oh,
Hard
no.
1. Yeah.
All right.
Can
Well,
you
but
give me the secret?
Can I do it
Mine's a
too?
6.
From the inside?
yes.
Okay, because we had the same idea at the same time. So
That's fine.
Allegedly.
Are you
Sean.
Are you also going to try to recalibrate, or are you just?
Yeah,
gonna
no, I'm going to recalibrate.
All right. I'll assume you would have as well.
Yeah.
All right. So normally there's resistance. I'm going to say there's no resistance.
Okay.
For both of you, that's significant because there's water resistance. So both of you roll whatever your normal phaser damage is, and we'll see how long this takes
real
you.
quick, and both of you aim slightly more to your right. So you're not aiming directly at each other.
Oh no, we're aiming directly at each other.
Don't make me use one of my command things for this.
6? Is that what that means? Wait, is that 6 damage? 6 dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. Do you have a type 2 phaser?
I do.
And what's your security?
3.
Then 6 is correct. Roll 6 damage dice.
Cool. 3s and 4s are blank, right?
Correct.
So 1 hit and then 2. So 1 and 2 5s, and then 3 misses.
So 1 1 and 2 5s. Okay, so that's 3 plus 2 is 5. All right. You get a lot of it down. You feel if you all did that one more time, you'd probably get it. The creature, though, hearing and seeing all this, gets a little nervous, so it starts to kind of move in their direction a little bit. What do you all do? You 3 are still there.
Still projecting calm, and I'm going to try to talk to it.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, calm down there, big guy. If this works, we'll get your friend out.
Okay, it's studying. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nice.
Toy.
Nice.
Toy.
Well, and one's a. Oh no, you only rolled those 3.
4
Yeah.
successes. 2 5s, 1 6, and 1 2.
Okay. Yeah, you completely take it down. It's gone. What would you like to do now?
Has the creature studied this? Did he see what was going on?
Yes.
I will step out of the force field circle so it knows that I'm free.
Yeah, you get just a puzzled feel at this point.
It's very confused.
So it's still just watching.
Point the phaser to me to the force field.
Treat it like a dog. It doesn't understand what you're trying to do.
Captain, can I just do it?
Circle around to the other side. Right. We're going to fix yours now.
Yeah, it scampers. Make a diplomacy roll. So control plus command plus presence, and you can assist since you were miming something at it.
Okay, so I roll 1.
Yeah, 1.
Command plus presence.
Yeah.
I get to add an extra d20 for diffuse the tension.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is to dissuade violence.
I failed.
No.
Or encourage it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that
And you
is
can have focus.
3 successes.
Okay, great. Add a momentum back.
Hey. Momented.
And it studies, and then it kind of scampers back over to the tower, and it claws for a second at the tower, and then it points at the force field with one of its pincers. But it looks like it's letting you go.
Do you want me to
Alright.
check the tower and the good doctor can take care of the force field? Or do you want me to take care of the force field?
Sure. Someone go with her. With the tower. I just don't want you alone standing there next to it. I'm going to help the doc with the force field.
Okay.
I commander. Captain.
I want to punch it.
Yes,
What
punch
setting
it.
am I putting this to?
Punch it with your biotic punch.
Left.
All right.
All right, so you're phasering and you're going to the tower?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Who goes first? You go first.
I'm also phasering.
You're both phasering.
Yeah,
He gave you the modifications then? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so both of you roll damage.
All right,
Okay.
well, I rolled 3 of these,
Okay, so those are 1s.
and then a 2.
So 5.
1 success, 1 the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for
Yeah.
is what?
Extra.
Critical?
Effect.
No. Effects. There you go.
I was-
I was like, extra ability?
It's not extra. It's not
I was like,
Com badges. There are com badges.
I rolled 3 com badges.
Jesus fuck.
Every time I roll a com badge, another one appears.
I'm stroking out.
We all are today. It's okay.
So this is what happens. So you go over to the tower and you find a panel that's actually really easy to pull off, but you see it's really easy to pull off for a humanoid. It's clearly designed to not be pulled off by these things. And you can actually figure out pretty easily that the entire purpose of the tower is to create these force fields.
Okay.
And as soon as you're about to look back and say like, oh, hey, this should turn off right here, and then you look back and they've dropped the force field.
But, so as I was saying, Captain, I think you are right. It's a giant bug catcher.
But why? Also, let's not stand between these two at the moment.
Yeah, they
As
run
they, like,
back to each
As they
other.
make out with each other because it's husband and wife, and we
They could be
separated them.
brother and sister. We didn't separate them.
No. Oh, okay. They've been separated.
It's just that Doctor Who episode.
Do you want me to try to turn this off? Or
Does it have an entrance? Is there a way?
does it have an entrance? Is there a way?
From what you can tell, the entire function of this thing is the force field, and it is the force fields, and you have access to it.
I think this is it. It. Do not.
So
Like you said, like a satellite tower. Did someone say that? Or?
Yeah, a cell phone tower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. It's not like a. There's not like an interior.
Yeah.
It's not like
this
a-
is its function.
A medieval tower. It is like a.
Just then,
Technical tower.
I'll spend 2 threat.
Yeah.
Hey, Zing.
And 2 more come up out of the surface. And
More what?
both
Towers?
2 notes.
Is that what 2 showers?
No, 2 more bugs come up out of the surface, and both get caught in force field.
Captain?
Can you set it off? Can you set it off? Can you turn it off?
Did
you do that?
Do you want me? No, I did not do that. I think there are proximity sensors.
Okay, turn off the force fields then.
What are the other 2 doing?
They were so at first you felt joy,
Mm-hmm.
and they were kind of looking at you and still just trying to figure out you all. And now that it sees 2 more, they're going back to clawing at the tower.
It's sadness.
Well, they're clearly not the most clever creatures, are they?
Soon we're gonna have disgust and anger. Shall if we,
See if you can turn it off.
do you want me to? We might piss off whoever sets the trap.
Well, then they'd show up and talk to us.
Yeah, we have angry bug things to worry about.
Fair enough. All right, I will try to turn off the tower.
Great. It's reason plus engineering.
Okay,
Something you should probably get at.
it is.
And I'll let someone assist if you like.
What do you mean since you're there?
Also,
Yeah.
with how many? Just one?
Yeah, one thing.
Reason plus.
Engineering. It's difficulty 3.
I got 2 successes.
I got 1 success.
Perfect. You need it. All right.
Just had to, blank
You're able to decipher
over
enough
under.
to disable the force fields, and the other two force fields turn off, and you feel like you've deactivated all of them in this proximity. And they all start doing lights kind of at each other, and then they start doing lights at you all, and
Can I glow
Mhm.
something at them?
huh?
Do I have a light that I can just glow at them? Try to respond.
If you have,
You're just
what do you
gonna
have?
curse them
What do you
out.
have with you that you would use?
I don't know. Do we have those things?
Do we have flashlight?
Yeah, do
But
I
then
try?
it's colored.
Yeah.
Do we have glow sticks?
Do you know Morse code?
No, I do not know colored Morse code.
You also might just curse them
No,
out.
actually, just Morse code. That's correct. We don't want to anger them.
Yeah.
True.
And
As
I
much as
watch them
They-
for a little bit,
yeah,
and
so-
I get any kind of sense of what they're saying using
No.
xenolinguistics.
No, not really.
Xenolinguistics.
That's a kind of pasta.
As they continue, they start like they look like they're getting a little more tired. Like their bodies just start drooping a little bit more, and they're not communicating as much.
Well, now here's a question. We think the force fields were meant to keep them from dying until someone could come rescue them and take them, I don't know, back to the mountains?
Oh.
But if
But they seem
Can we
distressed.
scan one of these adult creatures? Anyone? Could someone scan one of these things, please, and tell me where they're supposed to exist?
Can we?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, you should do it.
Science and reason or insight?
That would definitely be.
Insight it is.
Yeah.
2 success.
Where they're supposed to exist was your question. These
Yeah,
are
basically, like, is this the wrong climate for them?
these are solanogen-based life forms.
That's a
That
word.
produce
that's a word.
Yeah. Solanogen is a material that, as far as you know, only occurs naturally in subspace.
Mhm.
Creating tetraons that, as far as you know, are only created naturally in subspace. And as far as the climate, and now that you've observed different ones in different extremes of climate, you don't think that's affecting it at all.
Okay.
You don't think the climate. It's almost like it doesn't even notice it. But that's.
Did we
that's what
scan
did.
the force field before we depolarized it, reverse the
did.
polarity on it?
No, but you have access to the computer if you want to enter information.
Yes.
Yes.
See, there's a main control panel or something.
I was also going to look to see if these force fields are designed specifically to restrict subspace movement.
Yeah, that's. What if I main control panel? See if it tells you what it's
As
for.
you do this, all of
okay, I thought you meant
as you
like-
discuss this,
is there
all
like
of
a
the
general-
all of the 4 adults that you see there now have like kind of curled up into a ball, and they're not moving.
Oh
I
God!
wonder if there's something in the area that is draining them of their.
It doesn't
But
seem
did
to
you
be
want
climate
Did you want to check the
related.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll say you've already gotten good success with it.
Okay.
Your question was, does it keep them from going to subspace?
Yeah.
No, these are just force fields, not unlike your own technology.
Okay.
But it just so happens that instead of being like in a brig, these create spheres that are 360
Yeah.
on, and they're set off like traps.
Gotcha.
No, I'm wondering if there's some kind of technology or something below the surface that if they're in this particular area, it can drain them of their tetrions. Can the force fields keep
Can
them
I-
here?
Also, see where the energy is coming from to power the tower and all the force fields. Does it have a main generator? Is there a grid of these towers everywhere? No, because we only found one.
Yeah, the power's coming from underneath the planet surface.
Near the shielded location in the planet's core.
If I'll say you're having trouble telling that now, but I'll just tell you in the future you on the ship can put those together. Yes.
Okay.
If the tricorder, that's hard to tell.
Yeah, but when I
it's
get to the
information you'll be able to
sensors,
get. So
Okay.
I'm just giving you.
Do you want to talk to somebody?
future me.
Do we want to talk to someone?
I'd like to
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Perhaps on that panel there's a way to send out a call or something like that
Oh
back
yes.
to wherever they are. And if not, perhaps they would respond to a rather vigorous knock at their door.
breaking the panel.
No.
So as we all continue to discuss, you hear from one of the first 2 aliens that you encountered, like a cracking noise. It's because they're insects. Its outer shell starts to break apart, and you see its pincers kind of draw back and then come out, and like an insect metamorphosizing, it is shedding its exoskeleton. And it looks very similar, except it has more of a glistening glow to it now, but it's its tentacles. It's making tetrions again. Its partner does the same thing, but now it has beautiful long wings behind it as well.
Both of them are just the one.
Both of them. And they kind of both wave their pincers at you again, like you were doing before, and they fly off into the distance.
So it works here.
Back to the ship, y'all.
Second draw on the right.
Do we think that they were
Until
forced
morning.
to change because of
the alcohol.
the force field? Or do we think that they were forced to change because it was just their time to change?
I think we didn't find anything in the force field that suggested it was having a
Or is the force field preventing
Specific-
them from changing?
Well, since
From the
one was
side-
outside
from the-
the force
From
field.
the science goals you've made thus far, the science officers at this point can logically conclude that that was a natural part of their
Yeah, they were.
development.
The one was already outside
Okay.
the force field. It wouldn't have been.
And they are likely, in my estimation, if they are insectoid in any capacity, the average life expectancy for an insect of any kind of is probably rather short comparatively.
yeah.
So it would likely not take overly long, a la caterpillar, butterfly, etc.
And the other 2 start to do the same thing, and they'll fly away as well. What do you want to do?
Have you been able to raise anyone?
So you were trying to use the tower.
So what I was actually trying to see if I could send out like a maintenance requirement alert.
Request.
Yeah. As in like, this tower is malfunctioning. Please send someone to fix it.
Thank you.
If it has any kind of capacity like that.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can Since you've disabled it, you can create the input that the tower is malfunctioning. Yes. Make a roll to do
I can
that.
recode it. Reason and engineering.
Sure.
2 successes.
Great. Yeah, you put that input in. You don't know exactly what that's going to do, but that's definitely there now.
I could do 3 if this falls under improv. Does this fall under improvisation?
Nah, not this.
Okay.
All right. What else you want
You
to?
said improv, and I went right to improv. Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna start?
I need a suggestion from the audience.
We'll suggest something that I can send to you. Happy birthday? Yes.
All right.
Deborah, accounting.
What do y'all do?
Are we waiting for a response or shall we monitor it from the ship?
It might be safer to monitor it from the ship.
Do we have enough readings of the force field, or can I get enough information to see if I can apply that to the shielded technology in the core?
You can take readings from it, and when you try to look it out later, yeah, you can see if it'll fly. Sure.
Okay. I am good to go if you are. Mon capitaine. I don't know, man.
Oh no, Q's here.
Aggressively.
So,
We'll ease this woman.
all right, I'm gonna call the ship and see if they can keep an eye on the area.
Okay, great.
And would we like to go try to get to the underground cavern?
Back to where we were?
No, the
we're
underground
on the
cavern is a
mountain.
separate thing.
Oh. They're not connected to the ones in the mountains?
I mean, they may be connected.
They may be,
It's-
but we don't know.
That's giant
It's a different
Subterranean
thing that I
areas.
gave you from your
Sure.
initial sensors.
We could trek around for a while, but
Did you, in the stars? Are we trekking in the stars?
Wow, I don't want to make
You're
you
a bunch of
exert
spacemen.
yourself. Exert yourself.
Star Trek.
Make you exert yourself without.
it's fine by
You
me.
did promise the doctor a hike.
Well, that's right. I did promise you a mountain.
right, let's go
hike.
spelunking.
How about a desert hike?
What if
I
we-
was going to have them just,
What if we go
considering
spelunking
it's in
instead?
another area of the planet, I was going to have them just beam us to a spot near the cavern and then we can hike down there. But sure,
Certainly, if we know it.
let's
if we know
set
the
off in this direction.
If we know the location, sure.
Yes. Is there a way that they can beam us to? Because I know they said probably not directly into the cavern. Is there a way they can beam us
Towards the
Yeah.
like, near the entrance and then we
Yeah.
can go from
Captain,
there?
we need spelunking equipment.
Right. Can you take us back to the ship? Just change clothes.
I feel like this is, we now need the
I
shuttle.
feel if this were me, and it has been, just like writing that Star Trek script, right? Being like, this is what they do. They wouldn't spelunk, right? If they're designed to like go up, you'd be like, well, I'm at a loss, and then you just like rest your hand against a boulder, and it goes like, and you go like, oh, well, that's
Well, then, all right. Let's go to the entrance.
To the
And
cave
Let's go to
wonders.
the entrance and poke around a bit. And we'll see.
That's
if
how I do
anything
it.
Take us to a place, declare at the entrance, and we will just go in.
Wow. Wow.
Is that
Bigger than that, you picked up on it much faster than the rest of the people did. And I appreciate you.
All right, so you're beamed to the cavern.
To lean lazily against walls in the posed position.
Yes, and yeah, we would like to beam to out closer to the cavern that we can then try to find it.
All right, you kind of just get to right at the edge of where you need to be, basically. So you stand along the edge of a vast cavern. Brilliant flashes of kaleidoscopic light assault your vision the instant you materialize. The light seemed to emanate from dozens of outcroppings made of crystal. In the instant the lights flash brightest, you see the motionless shapes of large insect-like creatures clustered around the outcroppings. There appear to be hundreds of these creatures in the cavern. Contrasting sharply with the psychedelic light show, the chamber is eerily quiet.
Psychedelic light show. It's your home. Whoever the horticulturalist is.
He's not here.
He's not here, yeah.
I mean, he could have come down this time.
You ever see that really old movie, Wreck-It Ralph?
What are you even talking about?
Ancient
Earth movie.
What is Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh, we're gonna have a movie
Seriously,
night.
we have to have a movie. We're gonna watch Alien and then Wreck-It Ralph. We're gonna
The
discuss
only pop
similarities.
culture references we are allowed to make are those in the public domain. You know that.
Where did you play our last episode?
Happy birthday.
You did not.
And Mozart. It's the only thing people listen to. That and trombone.
Hey, Riker. No, you listen to Riker play the trombone. He blows.
So the cave.
Yes. The cave.
Of wonders, it is. Is there a
I will
magic
begin
flying
to-
Are
carpet?
these
Enter
creatures
said
bigger
cave.
or smaller than the adult ones that we?
They're about the same size as
All right.
the ones you met in the desert.
Are they
Let's
winged?
see if our friends
No.
show.
Okay.
No,
They'll be really shocked to see that we beat them there since they were flying. Hey!
I'm going to start to enter. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to just, move, be like, no, it's fine. I've got 3 legs too. It's fine.
I'm gonna take some tricorder readings or something, Doc. I won't follow him.
All right. Someone give me a reason plus science. Someone can assist too if you're.
Can I do
Yeah.
anything?
Sure. I'll help you out. A little bit.
2 success.
Nice.
Yeah. 1 success.
All right. Higher difficulty because you're all getting kind of blinded by these lights.
Yeah.
It's that intense, but I'll let you say that fills back up your full
Please.
there.
Yay.
A pair of sunglasses.
That transition. So.
The crystals are selenogen based, just as the Opterans are. So yeah, there you go. And they seem to, when the Opterans glow, the crystals seem to absorb that.
So, could the crystals be a source of power that's being taken or used? What are Tetrions used for? Do we have that knowledge?
They can be used in weaponry. They can be used in cloaking devices, but it's only relatively recently, like in the last 20 years, a lot of people have used it on any kind of regular basis because, like I said, the particles, their momentum goes in random directions. It's hard to control,
Okay.
and it's hard to do anything with them on a massive scale.
The
They're
crystals.
dangerous,
So
right?
this
They
is
can,
a mining
They can
operation.
generate like wormholes and shit on accident.
In theory, sure.
You fuck it up.
The crystals seem like they would be able to power a cloaking device or a quantum torpedo, like a dilithium or trilithium crystal.
There's a lot of raw energy here, so you can do a lot with raw energy, right?
Yeah. And does it seem like the crystals are formed from like their excrement or like they?
Well, it seems to be
They
coming
secrete it.
from
Yeah.
What's
from
coming out of
their mouths.
their mouth.
And that forms the crystals.
Yeah, and you all have assumed that is some sort of communication.
Okay.
So they
Do these caves look naturally made, or they look more like somebody has dug these out with purpose? Like the way that the arms, the way that they sort of splinter off. Is it?
They were natural. Yeah.
So if these things extract tetrion particles from these crystals, perhaps they're being captured for whatever reasons. Perhaps they're just using them more or less as a source of labor,
It's a mining.
a mining operation. Yeah.
Like the honeybees, perhaps.
Why exert your own people digging out crystals, extracting from crystals if you get a bug to do it for you?
Quick question. I thought that their glow force made the crystals.
Yeah, it
It
does.
didn't make the crystals. It charges them with energy.
Oh, it charges them. Okay. So, like, theoretically, you can bring it to a quartz mine and they could charge those crystals with the same energy.
Well, these are selenogen crystals specifically.
Uh-huh.
So
Is the
that's-
planet selenogen based?
no. But like I said, it has a liquid core, which is unusual. It's just an unusual planet, but the planet itself, no.
Does it hurt to have a liquid core?
But a molten form.
It's different.
Molten is different than liquid. Yeah.
All right.
Thicker.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm still
So
trotting along, being
yeah.
like, I hope they don't eat my face.
So it's kind of what I'm saying. They don't really seem to notice you that much. They're all kind of interacting with each other and huddling near these crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any evidence of any other creatures besides them there? Like any sort of no
And what do they gain from the crystals again? Or do they
raw
gain
energy?
They
No, they don't gain anything.
no okay they don't okay.
They're emitting tetrions. And
that
it's
charge
being
the
absorbed by the
okay,
crystals.
but they're not getting anything from being near these crystals.
Not that you can
we
tell, but you're not
Okay.
sure.
Do these
You're really not sure.
Are the crystals just storing the energy, or do they seem to be sending it somewhere?
They radiate slightly around there as well, so it might be they create it and then stay near
Yeah.
it because it, like they feed each other.
Yeah.
I'd like to go look for possible signs of extraction of crystals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to walk up to one, like, are any of the protruding crystals unoccupied? Is what I want to use? Is there anyone that, like, isn't currently just being, like, huddled around Ed Moss? Yeah.
Make a roll to see if you can find it. Make an insight plus.
Can I help you look?
Yeah, sure. And you were
Would that
looking
be?
for.
I'm looking for any signs that a crystal has been possibly
Something.
removed, like a pocket where a crystal might have been.
Maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Insight
Make
science?
make an insight plus science roll for yourself too.
Inside the science.
Two failures.
12.
Is that natural 20?
It is.
You gotta tell me on those.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Critical failure.
All right.
I
2
forgot.
successes.
2 successes.
9 and a 5. We got Dolly Parton numbers over here.
All right, cool. You're able to find such a crystal. You don't find you don't see any sign of anything being excavated.
Okay.
You find one that happens to have no one in the immediate vicinity.
I'm just gonna kind of touch it. All right, just touch it a little bit, tug on it, pull on it, see if it calm down. See if it
Iron Tang.
comes out.
Pardon.
I mean, it's built into the cave wall, so yeah.
Do they seem to mind if I'm just like?
Filling it up.
No, they're not missing you. You think if you were going to one that they were at, that they might mind.
Right.
But no.
Is there a way to easily
Try the noodle.
extract the crystal?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
Just spiralize it.
grab one out. Maybe.
Did you bring any tools?
Yes.
I got
Dagger.
I got a scalpel.
I have an engineering toolkit.
I'm not gonna phase it. That's
It has like
allowed.
a spanner, I'm
I have a
assuming,
dagger.
and a hammer.
I also have a phaser.
But you don't want to shoot it.
No, but I mean, I might be able to concentrate the beam. Not you. Yours has to stay on stun.
All right, you should. So you want to make a roll to try to adjust your beam to more of like a cutting action.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's not gonna work. What am I rolling?
An engineering task.
So
Engineering plus science.
they're on the
That's
same.
not a thing. Engineering. Plus
Oh, I will
reason.
never make that roll.
Engineering toolkit.
Every reason.
I know, right?
No,
No.
2 feathers.
Captain, what are you trying to do?
Doc here wants one of these crystals.
I'm trying to take a sample.
Can I
Sure. Make the same roll.
take his phaser and be like, do
yours?
No, I'm gonna do it to yours.
It's important to pair.
2 successes.
Okay, great. Yeah. You feel you're able to modify it to get it out. You want to go ahead and do that?
Something's like this.
Punch the wall. No. I use my magic hands.
A tiny bit.
Yeah, I'd like to try to
Okay.
cut off.
Just a tiny bit. You don't want to go too deep.
Yeah, just like a little.
Okay.
You know.
You do that.
Sample size.
All right. You have it.
Cool.
So return to the shipwreck if you want. After you do that, suddenly the entire
No, it's
cave
yours. I'm not finding. Oh,
goes
turn it back. Can I turn it back?
to
So,
normal settings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Installs.
Thank you.
Suddenly the cave goes completely black.
what the fuck did you do?
Developed.
Developed what?
Turn your flashlight on.
Yes, click.
And again, it's still eerily silent. And after a moment of just,
Are the creatures still there?
yes, they are still there.
Have they stopped emitting rays then, like the lights then?
Yes, because that's how that's why the lights went off, right?
So
And all of a sudden, they all en masse start climbing the walls and heading upward. And I want all of you, their rocks start falling immediately. So I want all of you to make a very difficult, what do you all want to do, actually?
I
Just
mean,
put the crystal back on there and just be like, it's fine.
It's like
Indiana Jones
the
this,
jewel,
put it there.
the jewel from the monkey in the Cave of Wonders.
that's not how that works.
No, keep
that's not how
the
that-
crystal, and then let's just.
Is there
I would
magic
run-
carpet around
I'd
here?
run just instinct. I know it's out there. I don't know what's in here. I'd run further in.
Okay.
Yeah. Or,
I would, if he's not running well, I want to tackle him down so that at least he doesn't get hit by as many rocks.
yeah.
It's okay. What was everyone else doing?
So we're
But I mean, I'm going to run with him. But if he's going too slow, I'm just going to try to.
running. Seems good.
Right.
No movement left
Okay.
behind.
I mean, we're looking at like a potential cave-in.
Yeah.
And people are running further deeper into the cave.
Don't ask me.
If
him.
My assumption is
Why?
that if this is a cavern that leads to a
To other
complex,
things. Yeah.
Okay.
there's got to be something. Now, if that's a
if you
wrong
wanna run
assumption,
out,
if you
that's
guys
fine
know
too.
more than I do,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. there's
My
a king
instinct will
somewhere
be
below.
to run out, and then I'm going to see everybody running back in, and I will continue in.
You have 2 seconds to make a decision.
I'm daring as fuck. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. No,
I'm old, I'm broken, but I'm daring as fuck.
I'm mainly just gonna follow whatever the captain's doing.
All right. All of you make daring or fitness plus security.
Critical success and
Whoa.
1 success.
Nice.
One success, one
2
fail.
successes.
1 success, 1 fail.
Daring plus
But now we'll
security.
see what I was doing.
Oof.
Oh.
Hard fail in the best way.
20 and 19.
Oh yeah, no,
Nice.
we got a spicy 20,
A spicy 20. Give me 2 tries.
spicy 20, and we also got another fail in there as well. So I
Nice.
failed like fuck.
All right. Lieutenant Carr is the only one that succeeds. So
The one who didn't want to go into
the one who
the
didn't
cave.
It was a 3 success thing?
Yeah.
We all should have taken momentum. I was going to suggest that we took momentum, but
Oh,
now that
It's okay. I mean, we all failed 1 anyway.
happened.
So, I mean, we failed 1.
No, I had 2 successes.
Oh, you had 2 successes? Oh.
Yeah.
You all take just 1 damage from falling rocks. And this mass exodus just continues, and they keep climbing up. Rocks keep falling, and then all of a sudden, just silence and darkness.
I'd like to shine my light around and see if there's a way out of the cavern or if we were completely.
Boned.
Make a reason plus science roll.
can I assist?
Yeah, or you can lead it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have better.
Okay. Success.
Zing.
2 success.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you think you can still get out of the cave the way you came in it. You're also able to track their movement. They all headed to the surface. And to address the other thing, as far as further in the cave, you just see more cave.
We just see more cave. There's not like a wall. Like we don't see a wall.
It's a huge system of caverns. But I'm just saying, like, further deep, you're not going to be able to get to a structure. So I'm just trying to knock that out for you.
Cool.
Okay.
Do our communicators work?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Ensignia.
You're here.
Do you see what?
Love it.
I like the way your accent pronounces the name.
Do you see a massive exodus of what are they called?
Tetrion
Tetrion particles heading towards anything specific?
They appear to have arrived on the surface from near where we beamed you down underground, but they're just on the surface right now.
They aren't moving anywhere in particular.
Not at this moment.
Weird.
Let's go outside and see what's happening.
Is there a giant
Is
rainbow?
the entrance blocked?
So I really wanted to just be like, while you're gone.
So you can get back out to where you started this spot, but you would have to beam. Do you want to go to where these guys ended up? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Follow them? Why did they leave? Do we think they left because of the crystal?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because we're in here and we're just being like, we're going to cook something up. And they're just like, fuck. We're bats. And they just like run up, you know?
Maybe.
It's impossible they just didn't
or it
notice
was
us
just
till
that they
that
were done with
moment.
what they were
Yeah.
doing and they went back up.
We
This
literally
could be
just
some
might have
kind of
spooked a bunch of
ritual.
things.
What
Yeah.
did we do immediately before the other two popped out of the ground when we were at the dome?
Saved the creature from the force field.
Fired shit
We fired our phasers. How did we cut the crystal?
with a phaser.
Yeah, but we fired the phaser to get her out and nothing happened.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
it might have taken a couple minutes for them to reach the surface.
But they wouldn't. Why not a phaser? Phasers are
Do phaser particles
Tetrium.
and tetrium particles or
Solanogen.
solanogen
I'm just looking
things,
for any
do they
connection
not
to
mesh?
You don't know of any specific negative reactions.
Okay.
Well,
It's not
let's go find and
antimatter
fire a
and
phaser into the air.
Pro-matter. I hate that it's not pro-matter. I hate that it's just matter and antimatter.
This is
It should be pro-matter and antimatter. It's not like there's not like a dichotomy between the whatever phaser particles are made of and solanogen things.
no.
Okay.
Make a science roll.
Science and insight.
Science and reason, science insight.
Yeah, whichever.
2 success.
You also know, because you've already observed a couple of its life cycles now, its phases in its life cycle.
Mhm.
You know migration is not an abnormal part of a life cycle.
Oh, okay. So it may have migrated. They almost
just be-
migrated.
This could just be a very fast life cycle.
And we haven't seen any eggs down here, have we?
Nope.
So is it possible that, like, once they
That we're about
evolve
to
into
walk
the
up
wind,
into an
they go up
orgy?
to
Yes.
the mountain and then they have the eggs?
No, they're like the earth creature salmon, right? So they travel to a place to
That's
raise
strange.
We go back up to the mountains.
them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But also, we might be walking up into an alien orgy.
We're here to make contact. You've already got all kinds of contact.
When your dad.
I didn't think tentacles worked like that.
I think you're familiar with that, Doctor.
We need to watch some old movies.
It's not in Wreck-It
Tentacle form
Well,
is
my-
not in Wreck-It Ralph. Shocking.
Because they seem to communicate by light, and I'm wondering if the light from phaser somehow
Just don't.
Well, when
was
they,
like a sign or something. We accidentally sent them the word go.
when they forms into the pretty butterflies,
Right.
Lieutenant Thrush said it was just seems natural.
Right.
So it might have just been an entirely coincidence.
Can we tell?
Are we walking
Can
out?
we communicate with
Okay, are we
Ensign
so we're
Ear
gonna
and
walk
ask
down
if anything has
Yeah,
changed
we're West
with
Wing.
the big force field around the shielded area?
At least one of you's going to hit a door.
Yeah, she says I've been monitoring. I've been monitoring like you asked me to, and yeah.
Okay.
nothing changed there.
All right. To the orgy, I guess.
You,
The orgy!
Am I right?
Isn't this what you guys have been waiting for?
I mean, my God, that's why we're here.
I'll say you also think at this point you've seen enough of them in enough different places that you may be able to make some sense out of the Tetrion patterns if you wanted to try to
Like
put it into your universal translator.
Oh, wonderful.
You might,
a liquid.
wait for someone to ask. No one asked.
We asked a while ago.
To get
I
a
would
read
say
of their
if I-
emotions as they were leaving.
Yeah, I said if I
Now, are they corny?
My character is
Right.
not my linguist.
God,
Up on the-
Yeah.
that's not a good question.
Do they have
Lieutenant
horns?
Thrash.
So, do you all want to go back to the ship, or
No, we're gonna chase
Can
them.
Do we want to try to find them and see if
go
we can
back to the
communicate with them?
Or
Let's
do you
go
want
to the ship? and
if
see
you
we
if
can
you
run
can take
through.
some work, it's not going to be like
Yeah.
a quick thing.
Yeah.
Come back to the ship and see if we'll talk to a linguistics officer.
Yeah.
Why we have one.
I thought so.
I thought so.
Says the computer very sassily.
Very sassily. I guess who
Seems
programmed.
like I cut you off. Can you please repeat
What
that?
are you? Stop it.
Okay, ma'am.
Wait, it seems like I cut you off. What? I've never heard that before.
Seems like I
It's
cut
the
you
British
off.
one.
Oops,
It's a
I'm
little
sorry.
bit more polite.
I didn't program that one then.
That's Irish. It's fun.
There's an Irish one?
There's a South African
Is it
one.
Star?
I didn't say artist.
I know what you said. You said Irish.
Ha ha ha. There's potatoes right here.
It's a sweet potato. It's different.
I sent you a Captain Horn.
I'm just curious about the conflict in the
Okay.
20.
Do I have a different date? Oh. Okay, hang on. Let me read it.
Captain's log supplemental.
Mhm.
Nice. I love supplemental.
Oh man, I spelled a terror wrong.
How do you spell Sahuagin? It's not that. How do you spell Solanagen?
SOLAN. I think it's OGEN.
AGN? Oh,
Or
OGN.
AGEN.
It's like,
I can't remember. Not important. You might
it's
whenever
not
you-
important. I just wondered how I spelled things.
Captain's log supplemental. We've stumbled onto a mystery. Tetrion emissions on Optera 4, an unexplored world, have led us to investigate a sentient but intelligent native species of insectoid. That's apparently what I'm saying. Due to the unusual and unstable nature of tetrions, particularly in normal space, I felt warranted in sending away teams to discover and decode the source. It appears the tetrion emissions may be some form of communication for the insectoids, and so we have decided to attempt to translate these emissions. Any damage done by beam and down in relation to the Prime Directive will have inadvertently already been done, and so an attempt at first contact, no matter if it proves futile, should at least be made.
All right. And with that, actually, should we go ahead and take a quick break?
I'm good with that.
Let's do that, and then we can regroup, figure out where we want to go. So, once again, come back in about 10 minutes, and yep, and we'll be here for some more Star Trek adventures. Thanks. Welcome back to Random Encounter Productions. My name is Nick Perez, and tonight I am your game master for Star Trek Adventures RPG. These are the continuing adventures of the USS Echo, and with me we've got...
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing Lieutenant Zero Car.
I'm Christine. I'm playing Lieutenant Mikhail Karash.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Lieutenant Tota Vaslaga.
I'm Sean, and I'm playing Dr. Corden Kalan.
And I am Allison, and I am playing Captain Kelson Grayley.
And you're mermazing.
Mermazing?
That's what his mug tells him. He is mermazing.
Okay. So...
I need to be told.
We left off, and we're still trying to figure out what's going on with these creatures on this planet. So we're going to try to do something with the Universal Translator, it sounds like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
That is where we left off. Yeah.
All right. So this is an extended task, reason plus science. So who's going to lead and who's going to assist?
Is this involving the ship's computers?
Yeah.
This is definitely.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't have a great score in that, but I do have xenolinguistics as a focus. I don't know if I can help someone in some way using that. Like, reason plus science is not a great score for me.
Mm-hmm.
are we doing work with this one?
We're doing an extended task with the work track, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have a talent in this. Where whenever I succeed in an engineering or science task as part of an extended task, I score 1 additional work for every effect I roll.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely help. Let's see here. So what's better, your score or the ship's?
For what would the ship be rolling?
Reason
Computers
Okay, yeah, probably computers
and engineering?
Engineering or science?
science.
Okay. So 13.
The ship is slightly better than me.
Okay. In that case, I'll use the ship, but because of your xenolinguistics, I'll give the ship focus.
Okay.
So on a 3 or below for the ship, it'll be a double success.
Okay.
So you assist. You're the lead. Is that what we're doing?
That works.
That's fine. It's up
Okay.
to, I mean, I don't. As long as my in the nick of time can work as an assist.
Yeah, I'll let it. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yep.
That's fine. So it's because it's reason plus science. So you're gonna want your science person in the lead.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, so go ahead and everyone roll.
Well, the ship had a success.
I had a success and a 20.
Toit.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a task assisted by the ship's computers.
I'm sorry.
This is a task assisted by the ship's
It
computers.
is being assisted. It's just
Can I re-roll with my technical expertise?
sure. If that's what your talent allows you to do.
Yes, it does.
Do you have such a talent, Christine?
Technical
Or
expertise.
any sort of a talent that's going to help?
Cautious science. When I attempt a task with science, buy 1 or more d20s by spending momentum. I can reroll, but I didn't
Okay.
buy one.
So I succeeded instead of failed.
Okay, great. So you barely succeed. So Christine, you're going to roll challenge dice. These dice on this.
Okay.
You roll 2 plus your discipline, which should be 5. So you're going to roll 7 of these.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Noise.
That's why we wanted the science person rolling.
Hell yeah.
And she can get my talent.
Yeah. So it just adds 1. Adds a die or adds a.
Oh,
One
yeah, I
additional
want the
work
real
for
ones.
every
Yeah,
effect.
man. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Get lit.
Yeah. How many you got?
No, you-
4.
more?
7.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Perfect. So, okay.
Nice.
See some good
So the
shit.
effects count as 2.
Yes.
Okay. So what are just the
Those are
stars?
blank.
I'm not used
Those
to
are
these.
blank.
Oh, those are blanks.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right?
So
7,
the effects
8.
count as 2.
So you have 8.
Oh, 8. Okay. These are
Do you need
Yes.
somebody to keep track of these?
Con badges are effects.
Nah, it shouldn't be too hard to keep track, but thank you. So yeah, so you get 8 successes. So that's 1 breakthrough. So you're a little bit closer to get the Universal Translator working. And that's a lot of successes as well. All right, everyone, do those rolls, attempt rolls again. Do you want to use momentum?
Yes.
We got plenty. We got 4. How many you want to use?
There's still several more rolls. You may just want to
You
use
just use 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, have we lost our stresses? But
Yes, your stress is healed.
Cool.
Success.
Success.
1 critical success and 2 success.
All right, fill the momentum all the way back up.
Cool.
Fill the momentum all the way up. There we go.
So we got
All right.
6 successes.
Roll your damage dice again.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, everything else is blank.
Yeah.
Jeez, a lot of blanks. All right. That's just enough. That gets you to 13 on the work track, which is what it needed. Plus 5 by itself is a breakthrough. You have, once again, this crew has proven they are terrible at fighting, but amazing at everything else. Fortunately, they haven't really had to do any fighting, except for you fought some rocks earlier.
Which we all failed at.
We also
Because I sit in that seat. I'm good at
several
reading.
force fields.
You fought some force fields.
That's true.
Didn't stand a
And
chance.
And I threw a comm badge at a bug.
Oh my god, totally, yes.
So as long as
think
they
we
don't
secretly
fight
are
back, I
adorable,
think we're
Caitlin.
solid. Like, if
I don't
it's
know, the
inanimate
rocks weren't
objects,
fighting back.
No, they dunked on it.
The rocks attacked
Caitlin.
first.
I think we're
All right.
We are.
Here's the thing. You have a working understanding of their language now.
Hey!
Now, if you want to communicate back, that's another story.
What did they say?
Because they seemingly would have to see glowing tetrions to understand what you're saying.
Ooh, can we see if we can build something like that?
Sure.
Can we try to extract it from the crystal particle that you brought back?
That's kind of what I would have said. I'd have been doing this whole time. I'm probably down in the astrophysics lab, just being like, let's shoot it with stuff and see what happens. Right? And I'm like looking at some of the other staff, and they're like, no.
All the interns are like, wow.
Roll daring or reason plus science
Okay.
to see what you've accomplished in the interim.
To the computer help it.
Does Starship have interns?
Computers is a good idea. Absolutely
Yeah, it's called
not.
Wesley Crusher.
I mean, it depends on what you mean. They have
AKA Gemini.
They have cadets. They have crewmen who are not enlisted officers that are on the ship.
Like humans.
Thanks, computer.
Well, the computer got a crit fail.
All right, give me some threat. Fill up my threat. We're all rich again.
Yeah, we're all wealthy AF. I got 1 success,
I'm Beverly.
All right.
and the computer's just sitting there giving me Mr. Tricorder.
Yeah.
You said, is this a good idea? And the computer said, no. And you said, do it.
Just blast it with shit.
Yeah. So
Taylor
you
Swift
just shoot
is
it a
just
bunch of times, but you don't really make any progress with it.
Yeah.
I mean, is the crystal still
Blasting
okay?
with
You didn't like
as
destroy
many,
it,
like,
right?
artificial.
No, it doesn't destroy it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to blast it with tetrion radiation to see if it, like, what happens.
What about other radiation?
We haven't gotten there yet. You guys have been doing cool
What
shit.
about neutrinos and gluons?
We could. I mean, I could glue it on. I could dazzle it if that's what you want.
All right. So do you all want to try to build something to
Yes.
communicate with them?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. This is, you think you might be able to use a portable phase coil resonator?
Cool.
If you hooked it up to your tricorder with the Universal Translator now, having the
Been
language.
downloaded onto it. Nice.
Excuse me. But this is tougher.
Okay.
This is, you'll need 4 breakthroughs on this, and this is difficulty 4 instead of 3.
Okay.
So, but I'll still let you have
Ships
2 assists.
This ship.
Yeah, one from,
and Lieutenant Thrash.
yeah, well, yeah. So, well, the captain working together with the ship and Lieutenant Thrash. Yeah.
And we're doing reason and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Two successes.
Success.
You guys success over there?
I did not realize that I was also, yes.
Awesome.
It was a 3, so if we're still doing xenolinguistics, then it was
Yeah.
a crit success.
Okay, great.
nice.
Awesome.
So 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. So you succeeded that. So you have an engineering 5, I assume.
Yes, I do.
So now you roll 7 damage dice.
Do you want the
I'll take
fancy
the fancy
ones?
ones.
Yeah, we'll just pass them.
2, 4, 5. Same.
I assume as long as the language of it still applies. I'm
1,
fine
2,
with
3,
that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Jeez.
9.
Jesus, yeah. That's 1 breakthrough. Keep going.
Yes. Okay. So doing it again.
Do you want to use momentum? Because you barely succeeded that time.
Sure.
We got plenty for days.
I will use momentum.
Use 1.
Go forward.
Crit success. Success. Success.
So you got it by yourself.
4.
Success.
All right. Give him the momentum back.
Sing.
All right, roll damage dice again.
Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Right?
Wow.
Speaking of dunked on,
Jesus.
dunked on science.
We're not fighting science.
No, we're not because we are the Harlem Globetrotters of science.
You think one more and you should have it. So do it one last time.
One last
At this rate, again, just like I think our episode 1, it expected this to take much longer. It's like if they do 5 rolls and still haven't made it, then they just fail. This will be 3 and you're going to shatter it. So
may I spend a momentum?
sure,
Okay.
you'll probably get it back.
3 successes.
Success.
You get a success.
Success.
Then you get it back.
Yeah, 5 successes.
All right. Roll some damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have a working universal translator. Congratulations. You
Great.
feel, between the two of you, you both feel fairly confident that this is going to work.
All right.
I'll-
That means Southern Hospitality.
Move in front of the crew. They've been through enough.
Wow. Oh, wait, let me see. There it is.
I'm waiting for you to take a drink. I can't do it alone, Doc.
What are you doing?
What are we talking about?
Southern Hospitality has to be practiced on someone.
Is this some form of the Kama Sutra that the Vulcans
I
created?
could get the tribble.
Oh, excuse you.
Right. Okay, cool.
That is my emotional support.
I think there are some
need
sweet potatoes that might be interested.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
Sweet
do shit.
potato is definitely as the triple currently.
All right. So, like, you three in the lab, you're shooting at a crystal. Do you have the bridge then? As you pet your tribble.
She's petting a sweet potato, so no.
No.
It's a triple. It's
That might be Tobit. Oh, okay. All right.
Ensign cheer.
No, I'm going to say you have the bridge.
Oh,
so,
good.
all right.
Great. I'm in charge.
So this stuff is done. You're petting a sweet potato tribble on the bridge. A swarm composed of dozens of mature insectoid creatures from the planet's surface has taken flight and is headed in the direction of the ship.
In space?
Captain?
I told you the environment didn't bother it.
Jesus
The
Christ.
creatures are traveling at a high subwarp velocity, and some of them appear to be on a collision course.
Why are
Captain?
they swarming us?
Wait, do you want us? Should I get us out of here?
Why? What's going on? Do you just want to leave the system?
I'm just saying.
I'm
these
telling you,
things have
weather
come.
happens everywhere.
This is more than weather. This is an infestation potential.
What are you talking about? I'm in a lab in a different part of the ship.
Oh,
That's why you're
all
on.
right. I'm sorry, Captain. We have all these bugs coming at us, and they're gonna the ones that we saw down, and it looks like they've decided to launch towards us.
ETA?
But, what is the ETA?
A minute.
A minute. Should we get out of here?
We should talk to
I mean,
them.
just like move. Is that universal translator working?
I'm on my way. Can we get transported to the bridge?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Someone grab the translator.
Okay, here you go.
It costs you a couple of power to do a site-to-site transport, but I doubt we're going to go
We're
through
doing
all of them. So, yeah. All right, cool. You get out there?
I'm going to mark that off. So. Yeah. Plug that
We have
thing
15
in and let's start
power.
flashing.
So what, we're down to 13 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you're on the bridge.
Yeah. Plug.
It's plugged
It's
in.
going to translate what I say now, supposedly, or do we have to type something in?
So no, it can do what you say. How do you want to? But you have this device and you're standing on the bridge, and these creatures are in space. So how do you want to?
Sound doesn't travel in space.
Well, but it's
But
light.
it's light. That's fair.
Oh.
It's lights.
But how are they going to see it? Is what I'm asking.
Particles.
Yeah, no, I thought it was so that we could connect like that what the ship would be able to use.
Well, what do you want to try to?
May I suggest we hook up the universal translator to the deflector dish?
Yeah, that's Yeah, plug it in. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it'll work, but that's all you.
Great. What do you want to say? We'll see what happens.
No pressure.
Greetings. You appear to be headed directly for us. You may want to adjust your course a little bit.
And let's see here. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ones all over the place. So you get inundated actually because you're there's a lot of them.
Fun.
But you keep hearing hunters, hunters, leave us alone, hunters, hunters. And some of them some of them just fly away, and some of them attach themselves to your hull, like your exhaust port.
With our shields up?
Oh, I didn't know your shields were up.
I just said shields up.
I missed it. I missed
sorry.
it then. No, my bad. In that case, they attach themselves to your shields.
Okay.
Yeah, a few of them.
I would like to say we are not hunters. In fact, we freed a few of you earlier. This is our ship.
You are not here to capture us.
No, not at all. We are here for knowledge.
Please help. Hunters will be here soon. Please.
Let's tell them we'll help them.
Well, we will try to help you. Can you give us more information on these hunters?
Let's see. Get an insect voice.
Dude, we just found the science insect. Yes, let me talk to you.
So yeah, they're all kind of in their sense shouting at first, but one of them will kind of take the lead. Run away! And say, we come from a different time and space from your space. We moved here many centuries ago when our space was too turbulent to live in. But the hunters captured us and kept us from going back to our space. Now they capture us and take us away. Please help us. They will be here soon.
Can you describe these hunters?
I have not seen them. When we realized we were being slaughtered, we changed our life cycle so that we emerged from gestation every 74 years. Now is our time. We will try to escape from the hunters and find a way back to our space.
Well, all
but
right.
many of us will be captured by the hunters.
Well, we will see what we can do.
Should we scan for ships?
Yeah,
around us?
power up the long range sensors. And I am taking ideas. Are you still done?
The whole time.
I thought you were
I
playing
don't
piano.
know fuck about what's happening. Just more, and then it's like, why?
One of the hunters left something in our caves many years ago. We think we have avoided it because we do not know what it is, but it might help you. I'm just helping this along.
No, you're good. Yeah, I say we have to go down to the shielded area.
Might be able to. We cannot interact with their technology like you can, but you might be able to learn more.
All right, we're going to formulate a plan. You guys start looking for a way home. Could you have maybe one or two of your people meet us by the entrance to the cave to direct us?
They can fly down there and then it's underground also.
Yeah, that's one we can't beam to.
This is a completely separate spot we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, okay, so it's not the shielded core area?
No, it's something else.
Cool, we just never went there.
No.
Well, we got to
it's
go
something I had
first.
told you
We
about
got to get
because you didn't know about
100%
it.
completion. So first we're going to go to the core.
Yeah, we need to go to the core because
So can't go to the core.
I am a completionist. Maybe the
Alright,
core is the
yeah.
way they go home. Maybe we have to
That's
go.
what I was wondering.
They have to go
Okay.
through the planet's core.
Yeah, because it's a liquid-based core. Liquid-based core. Cool.
So as far as sensors, because you asked about that,
Yeah.
you on the very, very edge of sensor range, still outside of communication range, there is an unknown vessel on high warp heading this direction.
ETA?
I'll say an hour.
Okay.
Kelson to the doctor.
Go ahead.
Start walking to the transport bay.
Fucking why?
Remember those fun new life forms we met?
I recall them vaguely, yes.
Yeah, we're talking to them now. You want to find out about those crystals? Let's go.
I have an idea about the crystals. But what's going on precisely?
We're gonna liberate them from their captors.
Where are they? So they're not from Optera 4.
Are you walking yet?
I am moving very quickly. I don't know if you can tell by the cadence of my voice, but I am moving at such a rate that you would not believe.
I'm coming to get you.
Where are
Do
they?
a site-to-site transport.
Good
Yeah, I
Christ.
can't.
I'm
Might need to
going.
fight these things out.
What is the problem?
They're from another area of time and space, and we're going to try to figure out how to get them back.
That's simple. Jesus.
Well, good.
The whole time.
I, in fact,
That's
will.
the episode.
Fine, I will. Fine, I will see you shortly.
All right.
Okay.
I get to the transporter bay before the doctor.
That's true. I absolutely.
Would anyone else like to come? I'm assuming
Maybe-
you guys would like to see this through, but if anyone would like to stay with the ship, that is also.
Do you
I mean,
think
if God
a
wants to
security
come.
person should come
Yeah.
You can get
along
Tobin.
just in case we
Okay,
see
Tobin.
the
Tobin the Roman.
Yeah.
Tobin the Roman.
Tobin can go with them.
Tobin's going all right.
Car needs to stay with the ship in case anything. She needs to basically get the fuck out.
That's a good idea.
So, Captain, Doctor, Tobin. Anyone else?
Maybe Bijou should go. It's my secondary if we want someone who has some security stuff, just in case.
I'm going.
We are communicating with them well, so that is up to you.
Oh, I just mean like the hunters. I guess we have like an hour until they get there, so I don't know. Whatever you think.
No, I meant we're talking to them. I'm saying if you would prefer to send your other character.
Oh,
We worked out a language,
yes.
so we don't need to try to think at them.
Yes, that makes sense. Good call.
So Voss Oggum's going in case any engineering expertise is needed.
I'm pretty sure it will.
think it will.
Our code.
I was ordered to come.
So, who's going?
Bijou.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about Bijou very quickly?
Oh, yeah. My secondary character is Lieutenant Bijou Urja, and she is a Bajoran. She is a lieutenant, and she is a security officer.
There we go. Thank you very much. All right. So a couple of them fly down to a different area that's above caves, and they kind of point down. And once you get sensors in that area, you can see that there's actually some technology down there that you weren't getting before.
Yeah.
You didn't know what there.
Do we have a smaller version of the translator, or at this point, are we just
Yes.
okay?
It's like attached to her
Tricorder. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, or at this point, are we just like doing hand motions?
So do that too. But yeah, you have
It's
portable
attached to my
ones in
tricorder.
addition to
Okay.
shit. Yeah.
So these beings are not from here.
They're from a different area of time and space, according to their
Subspace?
communicator.
They're from a different quantum area.
Yes. They came here many years ago and have been prevented from returning.
And the
And
reason,
they secrete tetrion particles.
right, and the reason why our science team did not see them 40 years ago is because they only hatch every 74 years our time.
Open a wormhole.
With the tetrayon particles?
Yeah.
I believe there is a wormhole in the planet's core.
That would be lovely. All you have to do is find one, or you can create one. It's dangerous, but you can do it. You can.
As we're having this conversation, we're walking towards.
We're
And we're
We're
walking.
sorting in it. We're sorting in it.
You're mid beam and you're
Yeah.
still just having the conversation.
Yeah, just okay, and
And that's why
blow it the fuck up. Blow up space and send them. Anyway,
So you beam down to a cavern.
That's why there's a purple.
And it sounded like you wanted one of them there as well. So they They kind of pass information through their caverns a little bit, and they send
Okay.
one down there.
Okay.
And you come upon, you beam into a dark cavern at the intersection of several tunnels the Opterans once used as a crossroads, but have since abandoned. Protruding from the ceiling of the cavern at an odd angle is the damaged hull of a small metallic craft. The canopy of the craft's cockpit hangs open, and its 2 seats appear to be empty. This must be the strange technology the Opterans asked you to investigate.
My phaser's out.
Scan it.
And for your primary character, your brain would be out.
Nope. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scanning.
You to picture. Kelsey just walked around with his
Is
brain
it
in
from
hand.
this
Dystopian engineering.
quantum area?
No.
It's high. Tobin has a sweet potato in hand in the shape of a gun.
This.
Yeah, wait, does Tobin... I don't think Tobin has a weapon.
Perfect. Tobin, he's part of the Starfleet, right?
No.
No,
Oh, no.
he's not part of Starfleet.
Can he borrow
Just a
cars?
scientist, yeah.
Did he borrow cars?
Also, by the way, he is wearing a communicator right now
Yeah.
because we beamed down.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing one of the spare. He's wearing the communicator that we gave to him that he refuses to wear.
He like wears it on his pants or
It's
something
just
ridiculous.
wrong.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
go to
like-
a weapons locker before you leave, or no?
Oh, God, probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
not.
sure.
Okay.
Let's grab
All
something.
right.
I don't know what I grabbed. You can
Oh,
decide.
it's a sword.
Potato, I will throw this at people. Spiralizer and
Lieutenant Vossagam asked about the technology. This technology looks like it came from the same people that built the tower.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go ahead. So it's a shuttlecraft, and it's difficulty 0, so I'm just going to see you pass it. The logs contain audio entries from a pair of engineers named Raymar and Savala, who worked for something called the Kavian Expeditionary Force. Their mission was to travel to a shielded installation near the planet's core to perform maintenance 74 years ago, but they struck a cluster of Solandigen crystals and became stuck. The log entries grow increasingly panicked as the engineers report their communication systems inoperable. After several days of waiting for a rescue that never came, they opened the cockpit door and wandered into the underground tunnels. Quote, "Our supplies are exhausted and we have no other option but to take our chances outside," the final log entry reports. "In our worst nightmares, we never dreamed we'd die hundreds of light years from Kavia Prime, buried alive on a distant world." All right. And so from the logs, from the computer, you can get the following information. Their mission for these two was to strengthen the link between 4 captive Opterans and the power grid of a shielded facility built near the planet's core. That's what you've been detecting and wanting to get into. The Kavians supply the massive amounts of energy the facility requires by channeling the tetrons produced by the captive Opterans. The Kavians constructed the core facility to trap the Opterans on the planet. The core facility contains a polaron generator that injects bursts of radiation directly into the planet's core, canceling the subspace properties of the Solanogen, Solanogen crystals, and preventing the formation of a spatial tear. The core facility shield modulation frequency is 257.5.
Thanks, shield frequency.
You can get in.
Wormhole, spatial tear. They're not
Potato,
similar at all.
potato.
That's fine. Either way.
I think they're the same thing, Doc. Good job.
I don't know. A hole's a hole.
Is that what you said?
Not even looking.
It's like,
Not even looking.
Sure, the penicillin's for me.
Everyone can.
Well,
use
all
that.
right. Do you think you can shut that thing down?
possibly?
Or, I don't know, tear a hole in space?
Yes, I can try. We must get inside, so I cannot do it remotely.
Are
Perfectly not.
you
Yeah.
capable of
Right.
creating a way home if we remove the barrier?
They've made it to where we cannot open our door home. We should be able to do it, but something is stopping us.
So you know where the door is.
Yes.
All right.
Mm.
gather all your people and get to the door. We're going to do our best to unlock it for you.
It will be hard to gather them until the door is created because we are in many different places, but I will try.
Spread the word. Do your best. Keep an eye on the door.
Yeah.
I think instinctually they would be able to find the door once it opens.
Just then, because that's taken a while, I assume you have the bridge. You're
yes, sorry, Thrash.
You're like, no.
No.
What?
The vessel approaches. That was coming from far away. And hails you.
Hello, this is the USS Echo. Lieutenant Thrash here.
This is Captain Caladoc of the Cavian Expeditionary Force. You are in our territory. We demand that you return any of our property you may have stolen and leave immediately.
It actually looks like this territory belongs to the Octarans, from what we understand.
Big dick energy.
I know.
You're the oppressors.
They are the slavers.
Yeah.
Let me explain this to you.
It's crazy. It's got this weird feeling.
I just have this sudden rush of affection for Lieutenant Thrash. I have no idea why.
I don't know what you think an Octaran is, but the creatures on the planet are our property, and if you've taken any of them, we will take them back from you by force.
Oh, we've been communicating with them. We didn't take any of them because they're sentient beings. So we didn't take any, but we're trying to help them find a way home.
Yeah, let's reveal all the plans.
Sentient?
Yes?
They're sentient?
We're communicating with them.
They're insects.
They're able to communicate, so.
Don't be racist.
Can I just say that I'm betting that once again we have done something that the book never thought of.
It's not what the book
There is a section that says what you do if you reveal your plan.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Jesus
Would you like to know?
Christ back
We're
here.
going to reverse monologue this section. You told me your evil plan. Now here's our good plan.
I feel like this book is not equipped for our street.
It was not.
There's nothing
We
to bring
broke
out.
it.
This is what happens if your acting captain just tells the enemy what your plan is.
There's Star Trek, and then there's us. Space Fox.
Wait, is that
Writing that down?
That's so we didn't close.
No, that's the name of our show. We needed the name of our show.
Yeah.
Space Fox.
Yeah.
Abstract for you. Space Fox. That's it.
No.
Oh my god.
Ghost Spacers.
Oh god.
It's Cara.
I love it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love it.
Listening to
This is literally
You're welcome.
just dick
I'm
measuring.
sorry.
Of course, Thrash is dick measuring. He's a beta Z. So wait.
To be up there right now.
Yeah, how dare you?
Oh, yes.
Is Cara listening to this? Is she on the bridge as well? Is she up there flying the ship?
If you want her to.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you're...
I'm just going to generally roll my eyes.
These creatures may or may not be sentient, but this is our harvest, and I have to get these creatures back to Cavia Prime. So, and she shoots.
Oof. Woof.
There's no call for violence.
And roll 4 Starfleet dice.
Starfleet dice.
Oh, fine.
How many?
4.
Yeah.
Probably fine.
It's just the 95.
They communicate with each other.
What do you get?
So if you count the effects as an
Count them as
additional.
1.
Okay, then 2.
That was a warning shot. You take 7 damage to your shields.
You take 7.
I got it.
That was a warning
Seemed
shot.
aggressive, didn't it?
You have 5 minutes to comply.
Echo to the captain.
This is the captain speaking.
The hunters are here, and they shot us and hurt our shields. And I may have
My shields hurt.
did damage to our shield.
You should do something about it.
I like Chinese Star Trek officer. And I told them what was going on. So.
Sorry, just to reiterate, when you say I told them what was
I told them that we had made contact with the species, and I thought that would dissuade them from hunting them, but it didn't.
And was this before or after they shot you?
It was before.
All right, cool.
Captain, this is Cara up here. She told them exactly everything.
Tattletale.
I just want the captain to know what the fuck is happening.
Are they saying that?
Listen.
No, I want to see how this plays out.
All right.
She tried to mansplain.
He tried to
mansplain. It didn't go well. They shot us.
I just explained.
And are you
That's a man.
currently involved in a space
is a
battle
female
with them,
captain.
and you are taking a moment to call me?
That is generally what is happening, yes! They did give us 5 minutes. They said it was a warning shot.
All right.
It was like, you're...
20 minutes ago, did they give us 5 minutes?
Well, let's see, this has been now 45 seconds. We've got about 4 more minutes.
All right, we're gonna do our best down here. See if you can keep locks on our signatures. If you have to get out.
Should
Out of curiosity, I don't know the most. It's me. Hello.
we know who you are.
Does the ship? I'm throwing it out there. I'm curious. I genuinely don't know. Does it have what's the word? Weapons?
Shields? Oh. That's a good point. Does the other ship have weapons?
Well, they did not shoot
The Echo have weapons.
That is what I am saying. You have the right.
Are you suggesting we use them?
Oh, me? No. I'm talking to my friend.
All right, this is a direct order. Defend yourselves. Defend yourselves. If you need to, leave.
Understood, Captain.
Keep me updated.
Okay. But not in the middle of the firefight.
Could you please go back to dissemble?
Okay.
What's dissemble mean?
It means
Does that mean talk to them and take them apart?
Disassemble?
Disassemble.
Yeah, I know what dissemble
Oh no! I
means.
thought they were just saying separate. And all that.
I don't know what dissemble means.
Stall. Cool. Stall the wedding.
It's like, what does dissemble mean?
Yeah. No.
Maybe we could suggest that we could negotiate something with
No, I
them.
think, we
Talk
could
about
try
terms.
that. We could also lead them on a chase. If they're willing to chase us, it would at least get them away from anything that they're doing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, I don't know. If
It's a bigger ship than you all.
Oh.
It's very big, so it looks like you're probably faster than it. But
Yeah.
it's kind of tanky. It's like obviously it hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, but I've got like evasive action and helm operation and survival and all sorts of good shit. They can help.
But then again,
We could try that. Could we try? What if
Let's
we?
try to negotiate and then,
yeah,
if we
and
don't,
then do
yeah,
that.
yeah, let's negotiate and then be prepared.
compliment.
Lieutenant Thrash to the Cavian vessel.
Caladoc here.
Caladoc.
It's a species you've never seen. It's they're a mammalian. Their eyes are really far apart from their head and have like these tufts of hair here. And she's very much in control and command of everything that's going on in her vessel. And says she has a little small baton that she carries around.
It's amazing.
Jesus.
Is it Commander Caladoc? Captain Caladoc? I'm so sorry, that's what I meant. Maybe we can come to some kind of an arrangement regarding the planet and its inhabitants and respecting your claim here.
An arrangement. I suppose you can find me enough Tetrions to power my entire planet then?
Okay. Sort of.
I can just keep going while you start driving away, I guess.
Slow back away. You're just inching back.
It's not
Space. Where there is 6 directions we can work in, but she just.
If they're powered by Tetra, fire a torpedo up their ass and hope you open just like a black hole.
Okay, we can try that.
He's not on the cars.
I was being facetious.
Don't listen to Sean.
May I have purifying juice?
And this is why I'm a science officer. I don't know how to command things.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I give
Okay.
the bridge to her?
I think we should start trying to run away.
I don't know if we're trying to run away. I think we're trying to stall.
Draw them away.
We're trying to draw
Yes.
them away. All right.
To what end? What are you stalling for? I
For
don't.
them.
For
For
me
them
to
to what?
finish.
For them to
We're
finish
just trying to
the
give
door.
them time to
They're
open
doing-
the door and then get out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I got it.
A, we don't want to get shot up more. B, if they're distracted, they might not notice that, these guys are opening portals and wormholes and just timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
Got you.
Although I guess there is the question of what will we do after they've escaped. And
They're trying to wrap a con. A little bit, right?
No.
No, you're getting it.
All right. So, are you all site to sighting then?
What?
To
Oh, is it going to take us a while to get down? I thought she was already with.
I thought we were already there. I thought we were led there to the shield location.
no, this is a separate
kind of-
location.
Oh,
What
then,
kind
yeah,
of,
we're gonna have
uh,
to. Yeah, we're gonna have
Oh,
to.
yeah, then we're going to have to site
Site to site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the ship look like that we're dealing? I know you said it's larger than us.
Yeah. It's it has a lot of shuttle bays on the outside. It's big. I don't know. What else you want to know?
General shape.
Long.
Okay. Is there anywhere where for us as a smaller ship to tuck in somewhere where them trying to shoot us would actually end, if they send out a shuttle to shoot us, it would actually put their own ship in danger?
There are 3 moons around this planet.
3 moons?
So if
No,
you're trying to hide behind something.
Oh no, I
Is
mean
that what
I mean okay. So here's their ship and here's our ship. If
You don't want all
Wait,
on
Aegis
thing.
Styles is who now? Okay.
if we just tie in real close to them,
Okay.
right? So that if they try to shoot us, they're going to actually hit their own ship as well.
Okay.
You want to
Oh wow, you try to get in their blind spot.
They're trying,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
kind of Millennium
So
Falcon
it's-
this.
you want a Millennium Falcon this.
Yeah,
I
except
don't
for
know
she's
what that
never seen
means.
Star Wars,
I
so
know, she has.
no.
One time with alcohol.
Oh, that isn't in A New Hope. All 3?
Do you know how many times they say the word Jedi in that series?
That's Star Trek. So, because I want to
Okay,
finish.
yeah.
We got a half hour left.
Okay.
So,
Yes. So I'm going to try and find a blind spot
all right. Cool. So make
using evasive action. Yeah. And push the limits. Let's use push the limits. Okay, push the limits when you attempt to contest the increased difficulty due to environmental conditions. Reduce the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 4. Can I do that here?
Yeah, I'll do a contested roll then, but you'll have it easier.
And this is con plus
Control.
Okay. 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay.
Say daring.
Yeah, they shoot at you, but they miss as you kind of move right on top of their ship.
Okay.
To work out.
So you're kind of there now, and they're kind of they're gonna try to maneuver around, but you kind of move with them for right now. You all want to beam directly to this place.
They're going to beam directly to this place. I would like to be beamed back up to the ship.
Okay. All right. So who's going down to the shield generator? Just you two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great.
You also
Well, and-
had
And this
those
is
two of their secondaries with you.
Yes.
You want them with you as
Yes.
well. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Do we really need the high guy?
No, I'm good at engineering.
Absolutely. Why not?
I've got a 3 in engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, you get back to the
if
ship.
any, yeah, if anything
I don't know
goes
anything about
wrong,
him.
Call for help or get out.
Absolutely. I always do.
If anything goes wrong, call for help. We're
So
getting.
you'll have to lower. You two have to lower the shields to do this beaming up. So you can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
can't
Fortunately,
quite get it, so.
you're kind of hiding among them right now. I like that move actually. All right. So you get back on. I see that you convene you all to the site. Ray shields back up. Let's start with.
How much time do we have now before they?
Well, we've passed the 5 minutes, but our ship is now in a position where they can't. I'm sorry, Captain. We have moved our ship to a position where they cannot reasonably fire upon us without firing upon themselves.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we're
standing
decently
in
safe.
front of you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You beam back up.
I like the
I'm standing on she's shoulder.
Right, because she's in the con. She's focusing on the con, and then you're standing right over the shoulder, and she's like,
Right.
Captain, I think I've got it. And you're just like,
She's good.
Oh, you're doing great.
All right.
Listen.
All right.
All right. So yeah. So we should be good. The 5 minutes have passed, but they're not going to shoot us right now because they would end up shooting themselves.
Just maybe turn on the weapon systems.
Yeah. No, that sounds fun.
that sounds reasonable.
Okay. So you power up weapons. You gonna do anything else when you get back on the ship?
I wanted to talk to them, but if we're hiding from them right now, like if they don't know where we are right now,
They know where you are. They're just having trouble. It's
They
like
can't hit us.
well,
They're
then
trying to-
Itch on the back that you can't scratch.
So they're trying to mirror move.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think you guys could reasonably right?
Yeah.
No, we haven't docked or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
We're just sort of hiding.
Captain,
yeah.
maybe you could undo some of the damage I may have done while you were gone.
I think you also did this.
Yeah.
y'all understand. All right.
Just like doing it, okay?
It's just fun.
All
Fun.
right, and I'll say, Ensign Silk, contact the other ship, please.
My frequency is open.
This is Captain Kelson Grayley of the USS Starship Echo. You do realize that you are intruding on a Federation operation here.
This is our planet and our space.
We have found no evidence of this planet being claimed. Do you have evidence of your claim?
Yes, I do. The shielded facility that you all have just invaded. In fact, I'm going to head down there personally if you don't take them out of there.
Well, in order to take them out of there, I will.
Dr. Dabs.
Due to the shielding that you have yourself mentioned, we would need a little bit of time to attempt to get them out. However, if you would like to send over your paperwork in regards to the claim to this planet, we should have it should take almost no time in order for us to just make sure it's all in order and pull our surveyors off the planet's surface.
I don't know who you think you are or what authority you think you have. This is Cavian property. I am here to harvest Cavian property to power our world. I will not.
And as I said,
I will not be stopped by paperwork.
And as I said, I do understand that absolutely, completely. This is very clear. However, as I have also said, this planet has remained empty for the past 70 or so years, which in our time is quite a long time. We were under the impression that this had been unclaimed. And so, as I said, if it is indeed your property, all I'm going to need is some simple paperwork. It really doesn't take that much time to push it through. And is your planet currently dying? I mean, is it something that can't wait for about 10 minutes just so we can make sure everything's in order?
I can't wait 10 minutes because I don't know what your surveyors are going to do down in our shield station. So I am going down there to see for myself. And she closes communications.
Now you're going to have company.
I'm assuming You didn't send me a friend.
I think he might have sent you a friend. As I say over my shoulder as I'm like doing this.
Do you need a cough drop?
I bought you a little bit of time.
You have this terrible
Can you
sound.
do this later? I bought you a little bit of time. Now look, when people show up, you're going to need to ask for paperwork.
No, you're absolutely correct, and I will absolutely be doing that. Go ahead, enjoy your phases. It's going to be a rough day.
What are you talking about, Tiga?
I'm serious. Do you need that cough drop?
This is how I talk.
I barely understand a word you said.
All right, so you four are there currently.
Yeah.
So you beam down to this facility, and you see like a giant reactor core kind of in the center. And in each corner of the room, you see an Octaran, an adult one with wings and everything, but like kind of a sickly yellow color, and attached with all sorts of tubes and cords to these tubes that connect to the center of the room. And they seem to be in a vegetative state, like permanently powering this facility.
All right.
Crimes against Octarans.
I don't know what an Octaran is. I mean, clearly, but this makes things a lot easier.
Kills them
No.
all. What? I'm sorry.
What? No, I really can't.
Kill them all is what I said.
Right.
Octarans.
Perhaps we should
No!
getting them out.
Friend that's
Yes.
coming down.
Right.
Kill them all. They are slavers and
Yeah.
terrible people.
You may need this. I'm just going to hand you a scalpel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just in case. I would like to go up to one of them and begin, like, gingerly getting close and, like, trying to remove. Right? If that's a possibility.
Are they
Some of
alive? Can we tell if they're alive?
They are alive in a vegetative state.
these- Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow the doctor so you can go to another one and try to do
Right.
the same thing.
Just try to, like,
You actually think that this is. Do you want it to stay alive? Let's start with that.
Yes.
if we remove this, will it kill it?
You need all of you working together very carefully on each one individually
Okay.
to try to keep
I say,
it
or
alive.
can I like shut off the centralized tubing and cord systems?
If you do that, that would shut everything down, and
Okay.
this entire facility would collapse. You'd have a few seconds to beam out. at that
Inside the
moment.
cord.
You
Gotcha.
would be able to save the insects.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So we each go to one.
But we have to work together on
No.
one at a time in
All
order
of
to
us
get
go
them.
to one.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
each one of us had to go to one individually.
No.
Because there are 4 of them and 4 of us.
No, because you need
All of us on
assisting,
one.
or else
Gotcha. All of us at one.
because it's a very difficult task.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll go to one for sure. This is tough. Could be science. Could be anything.
It's science or medicine.
Okay.
So you could do it, or you could do it.
Up to you,
Or
Doc.
wait. She's a security officer, so you need to do this.
Got it.
Yeah.
You got. Oh, you're
Alright.
science.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could do it, or you could do it. You do it. All right.
Go for it.
So
Science and what?
daring and science, you should assist. Yeah. And you want momentum?
Spend it.
Yeah. She said it was very difficult.
Yeah.
You want
spend the
momentum?
Spend
Yeah.
it.
Roll one more, but next time decide beforehand.
Oh,
One,
I got the
I think
thing.
momentum for each of you.
I don't think assistant
Oh.
can have momentum.
Success.
Can I use a focus on assisting? Is that possible?
What are your focuses? Medical stuff.
Either
Yeah, you're fine.
xenobiology or
Yeah.
surgery.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine. The focus means you have a double crit range, not an extra die.
Oh, okay, cool. No, let's just redo it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. They succeeded either way. But
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Succeeds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just enough.
Oof.
And this, and give it 3 more if someone has some.
all right. How do I count? 1, 2. Is that 2?
Yes.
2,
Do you need
3, 4.
No, those are 1.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Done.
All right, perfect. You have successfully disconnected the first one.
All right.
All right. At that point, Captain Caladoc and 3 of her soldiers beam down. What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't realize we were going to have company for tea.
I'm like ready to shoot it.
Yeah, I believe it's rather obvious we are attending to a patient. Hello, I'm a doctor. I assume you are...
Captain Caladoc of the Cavian Expeditionary Force, and you are destroying our property.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're the slavers?
You're
Maybe
going...
not go that hard.
No, go that hard.
I'm sorry. I think you're correct. You'll have to speak a little bit slower for all of us here. We don't speak idiot. Just a little slower. It's tougher sometimes. And I recommend being very careful with your words because I'm not the most stable person in the world. And based on our delightful engineers readings here, neither is this area. Especially if we all start shooting each other. I mean,
can I have found out how to shut off the button? Like how to shut off everything? I can like say like I'm gonna push this and shut off everything and kill us all.
Yeah, I mean it's something you already found out. Sure.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Yes, I'm like literally hand hovering over the button.
And who knows what happens if we just, I don't know, I'm going to pull out the little crystal, just start shooting these. I have no idea. But
that means nothing to her. So she's like, she was with the intimidation until that. Okay. Don't destroy the facility. But you have to understand, I have to get these creatures back to Cavia Prime because it empowers our entire civilization. Cities, everything will fall if I don't get these creatures back.
Do we know what Cavia Prime is?
No.
Okay.
You've never heard of these people.
Okay, cool. You know there are much easier ways to power cities.
Our entire infrastructure is built around the tetrions that these things create.
Right. You know there are more humane ways to power cities and infrastructure than destroying the lives of real sentient beings.
How do you know they're sentient?
We communicate with them.
Sorry, did you get that? Do you do something with it or you just hold it out?
I hold it out and I say, I guess, I don't know how universal translators work, but I'm trying to say, like, make it say hello in the Opterans language. So it flashes.
Yeah. Okay, it flashes, and then the one you just liberated says, hello, help.
And can I have it so that it gets translated into their language so they can hear it?
Yes, it'll do that.
Okay. See?
You know, I always figured they might have been, but...
Did you even try?
I was told they weren't.
And you just follow orders?
Yes, just like my crew follows my orders, yes. Well, look, we still need I still can't leave here without a massive supply of tetrions.
Who are you?
We're Cavians. What I've told you this a million times.
Did they get tetrions from the crystals?
Can they get tetrions? I don't think so. I think the crystals absorb the ones that the animals give them.
Did Bijou ask this?
Bijou asked this, yeah. Because, I know the doctor has worked on the crystals.
The one you freed said, crystals. Yes, crystals.
Why not just bloody ask them? Jesus.
The healing powers of crystals are well known.
Oh, God. It was all going so well.
And she shoots you in the face.
All your threat, shoot in the face.
Yes, the 12 threats shoot in the face.
I'm here for it.
But you sweet potato block.
I just got it. So I have a sweet potato helmet and it walks in.
The potato absorbed it. Comes a sentient potato.
I would like to say that the Federation, I don't know if you're aware of the Federation, we have made great strides in sustainable energy. Certainly more sustainable than Terawax or whatever we got here, and I
Terawax.
yeah,
The Tetragrams.
sure that.
This is actually happening. You're saying Terawax.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the actual word is. Tobin doesn't know what the actual word.
No, that's true.
You know, whatever these little things are, there are far more sustainable forms of energy, and you know, I really think that this could be a great opportunity. I don't wish to speak for Starfleet. Obviously, I am not actually in Starfleet, but if this could be a great opportunity for us to sort of to share this knowledge.
Okay, wait a minute. As one of the only representatives of this federation here, let's not say that we're going to share our technology freely.
I'm not saying we are going to, but I'm saying that this could be an opportunity to.
We're getting hung up. Apologize.
Well, yes, one, apologize, or else I'm
The Opteran says, yes, we will help any way we can if you just let us go home. Go home.
Wait, question, my dear friend, to Opteran.
Mm-hmm.
If we send you home to your subspace time and space, is there a way you can freely come back here and power these crystals for the people and then go back home?
Without the shield, we can freely come and go. We will gladly return in 74 years and give them more power if they will let us leave.
Deal?
Well, would you look at that? It's all come to an amenable conclusion. Now, all you have to do is not be a giant bastard.
Still have my hand over the button.
We won't have to show you how much bigger bastards we can be.
What do you? I don't.
The crystal.
I'm trying to like.
Free the next one. He's trying to free the next one.
Tobin and I are still just like going at it, being like, I know you guys are having a discussion here, but this is happening.
They're freeing the next one, or they're trying to free the next one.
I had no idea what those hand gestures were. I'm sorry.
I assume they're like hooked up to shit, and I'm just like matrix pulling them
I thought
out,
you were like
know what I mean?
screwdrivering something.
I thought you were holding the crystal. I don't know why, but
Up here?
yes.
I am the Highland.
We no longer assume things about what your character is doing.
Did you take the helmet off?
Yeah.
Hey man. Throw out the book. That's why I'm here. To do weird shit.
Space Fox.
Exactly.
Space Fox.
Space Fox.
Can we make
All right, make a who has the best daring plus command. Those down.
Oh man.
She probably does.
13.
My command is also
I have a 9.
It's 13. It's up to you, dog.
Um,
I'm not actually Starfleet.
Here's the thing. 13, you said?
mhm.
All of you did great. So all of you assist. And you roll. Do you want to use momentum? It's a difficulty 4.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It used to be difficulty 6. You talked her down to 4 by offering a negotiation.
And intimidation? Yes, crit success.
Crit success?
Yeah.
3 success?
Yeah.
Fail.
1 success.
So she responds to everything but the alternative energy source.
Aw, too bad.
Keep trying.
Can you show me where these crystals are now?
Can you let us release these other creatures first?
It's not us who has to show you. It's them. And you know you can communicate with them now. We'll gladly share that.
Mm-hmm. That we will.
So if you...
Can I program her? I'm sure we have a tricorder. Can I program her tricorder to do it?
So...
program. You can give them something equivalent. Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you can surrender your pride and do what's right, then perhaps they may show you what you want.
Well, this whole facility is what's stopping them from getting home. But once we turn that function off, this whole thing's gonna go. So let me help you get the other 3 out of there. And so we're gonna roll for the other 3. You are leading that roll, right? On the getting them out. She's gonna assist now as well. Do you want to spend any more momentum?
Yeah, for sure. Let's kill it.
Science and what?
Science. You roll 3 times, and it's
It was science and daring,
plus
right?
daring, yeah. And who was it?
It was-
before?
Shock.
Yeah.
My dairy real
3
low.
successes.
Nice.
Great. 1 success.
Perfect. Roll damage again with 7.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice. Very nice. All right. You get another one free. Do you leave them there now that you got 2 of them free? Do you want to beam them out of there? Do you want to leave them for now? What do you want to do?
I would personally want to leave them so they know that we're not leaving their brethren behind.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do it again. But there's radiant.
Yeah, I would have talked to them with my little universal translator about what we're doing, about how we're freeing them.
Well, here's the thing. It can't start getting super casual because the whole facility starts shaking.
Right.
Because it's going to lose power every time. So, yeah, you can still talk to them and tell them that. Because, you're not on the rolls.
Right, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you might as well. But the whole facility, you can tell it's losing power and this place is going to go soon.
And we're all...
Can the two of us try to get the other one out? Can the 2 of us try to get the other one out?
You can, but if you don't succeed, it dies. We're only at 2 more rolls, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I had 1 failure, 2 success.
And are we in... What are your focuses?
I don't know for token.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
really have them for token.
That's all right.
Sciencey things.
Fancy things. I like that.
But
Crystals.
mostly plant-based science, though.
What about
Success as well.
alternative healing methods?
All right. She just barely gives you a success as well to get you to 4. So roll one more time.
All 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Nice. All right. Very good. And one more. The whole facility's starting to shake now. Everyone takes... Let me have some dice.
Ready to kill some...
I did at the same time.
Kelson here.
Everyone takes 1 point of radiation damage.
We've come to an amenable conclusion down here. I will fill you in later, but...
Prepare to be melted.
Yes. Prepare to beam out.
We're beaming
Oh.
Saladoc.
1, 2,
Very
3,
quickly.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
They
12.
want to come with us
Sorry.
too. Just like,
4.
They'll get themselves so as not to make
Okay.
their beam out more complicated.
So 8 of us, please.
Where are the other 4 coming from?
We'll find out.
We have...
We brought friends.
Yeah, let it be a guessing game for the transporter.
We're bringing friends, Captain.
in the transport.
We actually
Can
need
they?
to know.
Well, you can beam something to a shuttle bay, to a cargo bay.
Okay, yeah.
So
thought
they
we
can go
actually
to
need
sick
to know
bay
Sick bay.
or to the caves.
I thought we were transporting them to the caves.
Caves.
That's what I thought.
We need to transport to the...
Where?
We need to transport to the caves.
All right.
Like crystal cave. That seems weird.
The other ones are the Opterans.
Okay. I'll give that order.
Okay, great.
Nice.
2 successes, 1 fails.
1 success.
There, it went from a 12, which would have failed, to a 2, which would be a double success. So there we go. All right, and you give us a beam out assisted by the ship.
Does she have to roll her 7 damage dice?
I am not the person who should be doing
That
this.
have one of your officers have.
there's-
Well, actually,
Have someone do it.
No, you're on the ship. You can do it.
Yeah.
You roll for the ship to assist.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
am I rolling? Showing me to do this.
Does she not need to roll the damage?
Oh yeah, roll
dice?
damage dice, but I'm sure.
What am I rolling for the ship?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sensors
5, 7.
plus science.
Okay.
Perfect. Can I have my 4 back? They're the non-speckled. Thank you.
And what do I roll?
Science plus daring.
Okay.
Did you get a success?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Wait.
1 success.
That's better momentum.
Okay. Fail. Can I re-roll with anything?
I bet you can.
Cautious science.
Yeah, that's a reroll right
Okay,
there
cool.
because of the momentum spend.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
There we
success.
go. All right, there we go. Awesome. So are all 8 going to the caves, or are you splitting up?
I'm going to caves.
Well, it's up to them now, based on their instructions.
Oh,
so.
yeah, we're sending them all to the cave.
Send them all to the cave.
Oh, that's right.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
You can't think the transporter.
Why not?
To go.
Yeah, no.
Can I invent that? I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
As an engineer, I'm going to work on making a transporter that is thought-provoked. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
That would be absolutely terrible. You just have a stray thought and you end up like...
I wonder what Hawaii's like.
Think of how much time we were thinking about the weird orgy earlier. Like, do we really want...
So you beam into a massive cave with a weird orgy.
Right.
Yay.
I want this.
All right.
In orbit?
Yeah, upstairs.
Okay, God.
Let's put a bow on this. So you're all now in the largest cavern down below, and you join, and if you want.
I mean, I literally don't know. All they said was, "Hey, beam us to the cave." So I don't know.
We said we've reached a
who's
amenable
down there.
solution.
Yeah, you didn't. I don't know who's there. Like,
You all are great at communication.
As far as I know, I'm just facing off at the ship to make sure that they don't try anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
But, Captain, we can use your presence down here if you so choose.
All right. I'll go to the
All right.
beaming site.
Cool. Everyone beams down. All your primary and secondaries are all
Yay!
Party
And
time!
I just hit the mic.
It's good. And no one's running the ship.
Everyone's running the ship. Engineer's in charge.
Yes, engineer.
Okay. And Captain Cowdock goes there too. And there's a huge glow of crystals again. The 4 sickly ones are like, a lot of them are huddled around them and kind of like sending Tetrions in their direction. And they're kind of looking a little bit better.
The
and-
healing powers for them?
Hmm?
Like, do they have like a massive healing power that if they all get together, they can like help heal the...
I think they were just
Yes.
trained in Tetrion.
I don't know.
They didn't have Tetrion.
Oh,
They were just being
They
sucked out.
Gotcha. It's
For-
like all the
They were
blood was
starving and
blood
they
was
were
being
getting food.
sucked out, and all of a sudden you're like, have blood, and you're like, oh,
In fact, they say,
Don't do that.
we for our 400 years old, we've been there that entire time. Waking moments of terror. Thank you. And then they look at Cowdock and say, your people have kept us here. And she kind of looks down at her feet. Sorry about that. We didn't know. And several of the healthy ones start doing all the Tetrons in a very organized pattern, and it opens up a rift. And who is the leader among you?
Hello?
The 4
elders.
the 4 elders. You are honorable and worthy creatures. We will invite you someday to join us, and they point back, in our space.
Well, thank you. And you are invited to join us in our space should you ever wish to stop in and say hello.
We have had enough of it for now, but if we find it to be safe, we might return. We will charge these crystals with your Tetrions as you requested, and they kind of shoot it down into the caves because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything here. But they all focus everything like they've got deep into the caves, and you can tell it's like growing and absorbing deeper into the caves. And also, this is kind of this is a larger cave. More of them are coming in, and like even the ship in orbit, they're all returning home now that this has been opened. They can all sense it's been opened.
Okay.
And they start to go in. Farewell, carbon creatures. Thank you for your help.
Safe journey.
What'd you say? Farewell. And they all go in, and they give you a tribble.
Everybody gives us a joy ball.
That's our trophy achievement after every quest. After every episode.
That's why they multiply.
And then it's just Caladoc there, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do, but I guess as long as I've got the Tetrions, no one's gonna mind too much."
Well, no, and I mean, you found a amenable solution, and cheer up. You don't have to go back right away. You got something else to take care of first. So
Yeah, no, this is a different kind of harvest, but a worthwhile one.
also, though, I am gonna need you to fill out some paperwork.
And see,
Yes.
and do you want back on the ship? We're at 11:29, so take 1-2 minutes to wrap anything up with each other, and then we'll.
Can I pop into the captain's ready room just for a brief conversation?
Yes, he's writing. He's actually writing in with
Pen and paper?
Pen and paper.
Whoa.
What?
Shavasagam hates that.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't even know what that is. Honestly.
He's doing that, and he's got
real
the
playing
deck,
cards.
but he's got the deck of cards in the other hand, and it's his left, and he's just doing the one-handed flips, flipping through the deck, not even looking at it,
And I'm
just
just like,
he's doing something.
Everything is way too tactile in here.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Yeah.
Come in.
Sorry, am I interrupting, Captain?
No.
Right. What is that? Looking at the pen and paper.
It's a writing implement. Did you have something to say?
Sorry, I don't think I've ever seen one of those outside of a museum. You really like the old things, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is that why you like the Doctor so much? Because he's so...
Yes.
Great, makes sense. Well, actually, speaking of Doctor, that is why I am here. Here I do
Are
not...
you ill?
No, then I would actually go to the Doctor.
Oh, all right. Yes.
This is talking to you about the Doctor. Right. You know how he and I...
I'm already getting out a witness statement.
Oh, flashback.
I know.
Now you can't file an official complaint because he's not technically a Starfleet officer, but
Is there no recourse? That is so sad. No, actually, you know how he and I have not gotten along
I'm well aware.
on the best of terms. But I
Didn't realize you had a flair for the diplomatic.
hey, my upbringing was diplomacy and politics.
Right.
Sorry. I just wanted to say that he actually performed quite admirably down there without you. I was shocking to see, and now I see sort of where you're coming from, keeping him on the Echo. I did not get it, but maybe, and I will never say this again, if you say something, I will deny it. You might know what you're doing, Captain.
Well, thank you. And I don't know, maybe don't take things for face value.
How else do I understand computers? They are but the zeros and ones in front of me. That is all I know.
Don't use binary anymore, use isolinear.
Fine, whatever.
But that's inside the computer.
Okay, did anything there? Anyone else have anything?
Take a cup.
At some point, I apologize to the captain for not doing so
Do that. I want you to do
great.
that, T.
Okay. So I'm in there after you, I guess. Just, yes.
Stay out.
I want everyone to be able to epilogue what they want. I just,
Sure.
keep moving if you do it.
Yeah.
Captain, I just wanted to apologize. I might not have done the best possible job with Caladoc. I'm sorry.
You know, there's no need for apology. Did you take any, I can't think, any command course?
No, it's not my strongest suit. I mean, I took the one that we all have to take.
Command 101.
Yes.
Yeah.
What to do when your captain dies?
Command 101. Telling the enemy everything.
I can't wait to rewatch that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sometimes I'm a little bit of an open book. That's in my nature. I'm sorry.
It's not a bad thing. And if you lack any tips or extra lessons, sure we can work on it.
That might be very helpful. Thank you very much, Captain.
You're welcome.
Do you have anything? If you don't, that's okay.
I'm good.
You're good. She's got her sweet potato shrivel. She's very good. Just hold it up and give it a pat one more time. Thank you. You have anything?
It's weird how that looks like a triple.
I do.
It does look like a triple. It's perfect.
Physician's log. I've started filing reports. Apparently, my work needs to be graded now. Regardless, nothing interesting has happened in weeks, barring the new Vishari incident. Ensign McGregor sprained his ankle during a rock climbing simulation on the holodeck. I rectified the injury, but unfortunately I could not correct the underlying condition that McGregor suffers from, as currently there is no cure for stupidity. Physician's log supplemental. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps when people work together, there may be a cure for stupidity after all. End log.
I'm good.
I can't think of a better way to end episode 4, A Place in This World. That was wonderful. Thank you, all 5 of you. I think that was a wonderful game. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, that was great. And check us out next time. If this is the first time you're seeing our Star Trek games, the first 3 episodes are all on YouTube, so you can get caught up and see what other wacky adventures these 3 have been on. But this is definitely, they've all been unique. They've all been wonderful. That was great. We pretty much showed. When I first read this, I was like, I bet if they play it right, they can avoid all combat. And essentially, you were able to.
Besides rocks.
You were so close. If you hadn't had your hand on the button, she was going to fire. So that was a good. That was a good move.
Nice.
Because you were happy for it.
I was. I know. But I was hoping that we were like.
Yeah.
I knew in your mind you were like, maybe you should blow this thing up and see what happens.
Yeah, no, that put a halt on things. That was a good move. So, but anyway, we just thank you so much for joining us this evening. Are we back? We're back tomorrow? No, we're back tomorrow because
It's our DM's birthday.
Yay!
So yeah,
Well, we should be back on Saturday with some Gloomhaven.
right. So.
Probably.
Probably. Maybe something else. Who knows? But something on Saturday.
If you're following us on Twitter or Facebook or any of that, and you want to just say Happy Birthday Cody, why don't you just type Happy Birthday Cody in there? I think that'd be really nice. So, and
Call him on his home phone.
Call him on his home phone. It's 555.
They never saw Allison again.
407-555-1234.
But thank you all so very much. Have a lovely evening wherever you are, and may the force be with you. Is that Star Trek?
Yes.
Close.
Live long and prosper. Thank you all very much. Good night.